Welcome back to the One Predator podcast.
All right. Another episode, One Predator podcast. We're back at it, sitting in Carl's kitchen.
Nope, there's no studio.
No. Maybe
Don't
one
get up too quick. You get hit by a fucking pot.
Maybe we will one day. Maybe one day. But we're joined by a couple gentlemen from Pennsylvania on the phone here.
The down south boys.
Yeah. You guys want to introduce yourself? Take turns?
Sure. I'm JP Curry. Live here in the Poconos, and I am a relatively new coyote hunter compared to my partner Jeremy.
I am Jeremy Hartenfels, and I also live here in the Poconos, unfortunately, with JP. And
Wait.
he, I don't know what else to say. He's the best thing that's happened to me, apparently.
Oh, my God.
Don't you forget it.
Oh, my God.
The bromance is thick.
Oh, this shit's going south real quick.
Already started right
It's
off the
already
rip.
going. It's heading that direction.
It'll be fine, boys. It'll be fine.
Jeremy, how long you came up and hunted with us?
I did, yeah.
All we did was look at stuff. We had a fox and a couple coyotes, but didn't kill anything. And I swear there's coyotes up here.
Oh, we saw coyotes. They just didn't. They had zero interest.
Zero interest. How
yeah,
long you been
beautiful.
hunting coyotes, Jeremy?
I think I'm going on year number 5 now, 6 years. Not a super long time, but as you guys know, it's addictive.
Yes.
Once it's in you, then it's game on, and you're either all in or you're not. And that's what happened to me. I started off thinking I was a badass with a red light, and well, here I am. You get out of a truck now with $20,000 on you to go kill a dog, and
That you don't get paid
whatever.
for.
Yeah.
Isn't that just fucking crazy? That
I have
invest
so
all
much
this money
fun.
in this shit and
Yeah.
don't make a nickel.
Nope.
But that's it. That's my vice. A coyote hunt.
And JP, how long you been hunting?
I mean, I've been deer hunting since I was 12. When I was a kid, they didn't have youth, or mentored hunts. You turn 12, you start hunting. So, did deer hunting. And then I've been coyote hunting, seriously. I think this winter, so to speak, season will be my third year. And same as Jeremy, I'm just completely addicted, ate up with it, all in on the gas, not slowing down.
You guys shoot a lot of foxes down there, though.
I shoot a lot of foxes.
Oh.
I'm turning Jeremy into a fox hunter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I am doing much better, but see, my problem is the combined season.
Yes.
If we see a fox, it's dead. JP just shoots it.
Correct.
And I'm like, oh man, I think pretty sure that I heard a coyote before you shot that.
Right.
And but we have fun. We have a lot of fun.
Don't ever give up on that, because we've had them show up afterwards.
Oh yeah, we have too. But I don't know. It's just the way my brain works, and
Right.
There's no rhyme or reason to this. Like we can study, we can review, we can hang out with the best people. We have so many people out there that give us information, and we use it. But it doesn't matter. You can study all you want, and it still might not go your way.
Right. Yeah.
More often than not, it doesn't go your way. That's what makes it fun.
Yeah, it's super challenging. I mean, for me, I say this all the time. It's when you make a sound and an animal responds. I mean, that's what it's all about.
There's nothing better.
And when coyotes come in, and everybody listens to us, most of them are coyote hunters. They understand. Like when you're just out there, especially if you're night hunting, and you got nothing, when you guys use thermal guys, you got no heat, right? And then all of a sudden, you get that flicker.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we see it with our hand scanners, and it's just it goes from there, man. It's like okay, time to get your shit together and hopefully hit something,
Well, it's kind of like, talk about shooting fox. I mean, I do shoot a lot of fox, and there's a lot of people in the coyote hunting, predator hunting, but coyote hunting world that'll, why do you shoot fox? They're stupid. They're easy. It's not a challenge. And I mean, yeah, they're easier to call in than dogs. But for me, being relatively new to it, so to speak, I get the same excitement, like you're saying, when you see that flicker of white on your scanner. I get the same excitement of a fox coming in as I do a dog. It's the same hunt. You're doing all the same things.
Right.
It's the same equipment. It's the same procedure. So to me, I love shooting dogs. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, it's the same hunt. And like when you're not having a good night, it's a feel good fox. That's my favorite phrase that I've heard of anything I've read or heard is feel good fox. So I have to thank you guys for that.
Yeah, that's Brian.
That's a Brian thing. Yeah.
That's
And we use it every time now.
Yep.
Every time. So thanks, Brian.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I get it though. Like, how many?
And we have a lot of them down here. I mean, PA. I mean, we have a good, healthy amount of red fox here in eastern PA. We've got some grays around here, but the further north you go, the more you get them. And out in central PA and down in like Maryland and Delaware, there's a lot of reds. So I mean, your target environment is, I mean, if I had to take a guess, 8-1, 10-1 with fox versus dogs. So
oh wow,
you gotta at least in our hunt area.
Were they protected down there at one time or something?
They've been. Well, we have a season. And basically the last Saturday in October through the last Saturday in February is fox season.
But
you got to wait till the last Saturday in October.
We only have
to hunt fox.
2 weeks.
Oh yeah. That's
October. Right. Well, October 15th to
Josh keeps
February
track of all this
15th.
shit. I don't know. I just look at stuff. I'm like, hey, can I shoot that?
So I mean, but it's unlimited. There's no daily.
Same here.
I mean, I know guys that shoot 100, 150, 200 foxes a year. I don't shoot that many. I could shoot more than I do shoot, but there's. I don't want to say they're behind every tree, but there's a lot around.
Damn.
We have to let them. I hate when they come in like October 1st for us. The first night out, we see 2 or 3.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, we're fresh, so like it's hard not to shoot them. And you see something coming in on your scanner, and you're like, oh, here we go. You get all hyped up, and you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah,
we can't even shoot that.
Fox.
But
we had that with that gray last year.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the first night out. And did we do prey distress that night? I think we did.
That wasn't the first night, but
excuse me. I think we did.
There was some distress in there. Yeah, that's what
we haven't been using a lot of distress. We've been using a lot of vocals.
Yep.
But I've had foxes come in on female howls, on pup distress, on a fight. Like I was doing a fight and then blowing in Brian's rabbit call at the same time, and they came in on that obviously because they were looking to steal something.
Yeah, they're very nosy too.
Right. And they show up and you're, with a thermal, you got to look at how they move, Again, feel good fox, they kind of frolic in, Like a coyote is more, it's not as happy, I guess. Is the way to put it. Poor little bastards.
Then most of ours are smiling when we see them.
Yeah, right. They're super. And then they aren't smiling anymore. But you know, so it's learning the whole. I'm glad we don't have to do it with the scopes. That's why I stick with night vision.
Yeah.
I really like, you know, being able to. I'm sure we could at this point. You know, if we did switch
to thermal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd be fine. Only because we have, you know, our experience with our scanners.
Yeah.
But, you know, I have a hard time getting away from night vision. I really like it. I mean, the only plus side of the thermal is you don't have to carry a light, you know.
Yeah. I've gotten a lot better at target identification through a thermal scanner. I wouldn't say I'm perfect. I mean, I think that everybody has those. Is that a fox or is that a dog? But I'm you know, Jeremy's all thermal. I contemplated going thermal this year, but I know me and I know what I want for equipment, and it's not going to be cheap.
Yeah.
And I wasn't ready to spend it. So, and I mean, a lot of where we hunt, I mean, Jeremy would probably attest to this too, is, I mean, we don't have a lot of like sprawling farmland that's rural. Like a lot of our stuff is pretty
a couple hundred yards, you know, 3, 4. We have some that are 5, 6, 700 yards, but a lot of it is
yeah.
I don't want to say close quarters, but
it's like ours up here. You
yeah,
might
it's
have
very
a 200 yard, you know.
It's very similar.
Right, you know, narrow,
See,
long field.
Yeah, we're very lucky though. Like we have we have some pretty special property ourselves, you know, whether it's stuff that I acquired or that JP acquired or whatever. But we have some really good friends that have a lot of property. You know, we go down to Lehigh Valley. We hunt with Joe Fleming a lot. We have a kid. He's 18 years old, lives in Upper Wayne County. He went out, knocked on doors, and got permission for, oh my God, like a lot of acreage, but
wow.
like
Nice.
farm after farm after farm, and nobody hunts it except us and him, and that's it.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So, you know, we get in the car, we drive an hour and a half, and we go up there and we have a blast. But we're very fortunate with that. But yeah, but I mean, back
I
to
need
the
to
thermal.
recruit a kid to do that for me. Send
Just
a
take
sweet
one
little baby face to the door. That's the key. Yeah,
That's
use
what
my
I-
son.
You got one. He will talk to anybody.
Oh yes, he will.
I got a 6-year-old daughter, and I put her in the truck, and I go knock on a door, and it's like putty in my hands.
Yeah, it
It's like
works.
taking your dog to the park and picking women up. Not that we do that anymore. Oh, cute dog. Yeah. I just found this thing on the street and put a leash on it.
Yeah. But I mean, a lot of stuff around here, you know, we have a, you know, there's houses, we have pockets, right? So like you have little pockets of farms, but then there's a development next door, and it's so
like ours.
It's like you kind of always, for me anyway, have that fear in the back of your mind of target identification, right? And I know people listen and go, well, if you can't tell what you're shooting at, then you shouldn't be hunting. And yeah, that's all fine and true, but like everybody makes mistakes. Like I know some very prominent hunters that accidentally kill a German Shepherd or a Husky. Not going to name any names, but like I know that it has happened. So I like to provide that I'd like to provide that peace of mind, at least to a landowner. Like, hey, here's some videos of what I use, and here's what I'm seeing, and here's how I do it. So that way, it kind of puts some ease in the mind that, okay, this guy knows what he's looking at.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good point. And that, you know, it's not, and the fact is, like, even like you guys are kind of like us when Rusty goes, because he's all thermal, and me and Josh are night vision. It's just like that with you guys. So when you two are together, you know, JP's got the night vision and Jeremy's got the thermal, so it helps. You know, because we hunt places like we had the same situation. Me and Rusty, we watched this dog chasing deer for 20 minutes, and it was a poke, and he was like, "I'm going to shoot it," and I'm like, "Okay." So I get down behind mine and just to watch, and right at that moment, we hear a light come on. We see a light come on next door, at the farm next door, and the guy comes out on the back porch. and calls the dog, and the dog comes running out of the field from the deer right up to the back porch. And it was like, he was like, you imagine if we had done that? Like, it was, I was sold on it was a coyote. Yeah. The way it, even with the night vision, now we're talking, it was 400 yards when I saw it last. The way it was moving, it wasn't, tail wasn't up. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, it didn't look like a domestic. And we came pretty close. Boy, it was, whew.
Well, I mean, we still do that, like when Jeremy and I hunt, or we hunt with some of our buddies like he's talking about. You know, someone will go, you know, I think that's a dog out there. And I'll get on the
time.
I'll get on I'll get on the night vision. I'll go, no, that's a rabbit. And here's the response every time: biggest fucking rabbit I've ever seen.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
JP, you could totally mention names because he does it with everybody he hunts, but we still love him.
No, not gonna.
I did that shit one night. I was out solo, went up on the hill on one of our special spots there, and driving along, scanning fields, see a spot, right? Park the truck, get my stuff out, and I grab my hand calls and my tripod and my gun, and I start across this giant cornfield, and I get to the other side, and it's like perfect. There's a ditch with like trees in it, and it's down in there rummaging around. I'm like, oh, that's got to be a coyote. Now it took me 35 minutes to get across that field and set up and start calling. Turn the scope on, the thing pops out of the brush, and that was the biggest fucking rabbit I've ever seen in my life through a hand scanner. I was like, holy shit. And
were you as scared as you were the bear?
No, that wasn't a bear. Okay.
Okay.
You know, I was talking to the fur girl about that bear today because she's a taxidermist, and she was saying she's working on this big bear that she's got. And I'm like, does he have a white patch on his stomach, right on his chest? And she's like, no, I don't think so. I'm like, when you get a bear with about an 8-inch white patch on his chest, I need to know.
Yeah,
because that thing is like a fucking Greyhound bus. It's big, real big. And then I was showing her the video and the pictures, and she's like, that is a big bear. So
we've seen. I don't think we've ever seen a bear, Jeremy and I together. I saw one with a buddy. We were hunting some public land, and there was one out in the corn when we walked up, and I recorded it. And it was probably 350-pound bear, but I'd never.
You've seen that, so you've seen the video of the one of ours that that thing was 75 yards from us. That was a fucking huge bear.
Yeah, that bear. I mean, I'm not a bear expert, but I mean, we have enough of them here, especially in the Poconos. I get them on camera behind my house here, and I mean, that one that you guys saw, it's probably a 500 to 600-pound bear
all day long.
Yeah.
Never seen anything like that.
Never saw him again either.
No. Good. I'm glad. I don't want to see him again.
Josh is like, I think it's a deer. Nope. No. Bear. Big bear. Big bear. And I'm like, I'm looking the other way. And I come around, click my scope on, and I'm like, holy shit. That thing. And then he started coming. That's when I was like, shut the call off. Like, let him do his. And then we had owls after that, and I'm like, I'm fucking out of here.
Yeah, no, pistols came out of holsters, sitting on rifles, watching this thing. Like,
right. Like, I didn't want to.
No.
But you don't know how they're going to act, know? And then, he's getting to our wind. Like, he's coming up to our downwind. So, I don't know how he's going to react when he catches our wind. Is he going to run? Right. Is he going to come over and be like, I smell Josh's beef jerky? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I've never been scared of a bear, but Jeremy can attest this. One of the most, I don't want to say scared. That's probably not the right word. Startled that I've ever been night hunting was in New York with a gray fox. We went to a property Jeremy had as a little. I would say it was a field at the edge of the woods and across the road, and it was probably 75 yards wide by maybe 150 yards long. Wasn't big, and there was like a thicket and just kind of assessing the wind and looking at the layout. And there's a hill down the, on the one side, you kind of see anything coming down. And we set up against this thicket, and I don't even know what we played. Something distressed probably. And after like 20 seconds,
You heard
Not even.
not yet, and then not
Yeah.
10 feet behind us, this fucking thing growled at us.
Oh.
Not
Growled.
barked, straight up growled. And I mean, I instantly jumped up back 10 feet away from the wood line and turned the gun around because I had no clue what this thing was.
We're still in the whisper mode. Like, what the fuck is that? He's like, I don't know what it. I'm like, I don't know what it is either.
We've had
Turned
that
out to be
a
a-
couple times.
Turned out it was a fucking gray.
Huh.
Yeah,
and
but
it was not.
they can be nasty, them little fuckers.
It was
Grays
the weirdest
especially.
thing.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is like we don't have that. We have hardly any grays right here where we are now. If you go 30, 40 minutes north, they've got more grays than reds. But like right where we're at, we don't really have that many. So I've never like heard one. Like I didn't know what they sound. I know what a bobcat sounds like. I know what a red sounds like. I've never heard a gray fox like in the wild. So I
don't care who you are. If you hear something growl behind you, I don't care how big your jollies are, man. I don't care. I've seen everyone that hunts with us. It's happened to us. I've seen the reaction, including me. The last couple nights of season, called a coyote, and it went between me and Cousin Chip, and when I looked down, the thing looked back up at me. It was 4 feet from me. When it was coming through the brush behind me, it sounded like a fucking D8 coming through the brush. Like the call was running, and I just hear shit breaking, and you're in the dark. You can't tell where it's coming from, and then I hear a bunch of rustling, and I look down, and there's a fucking dog. Right, I mean, I could have poked it in the eye, looking up at me, and when he saw me, she was like, "Oh shit," and ran straight out between us, and I'm yelling to him, "On your right, between us." Well, he's looking out in the field like 200 yards. I'm like, "No, dude, like, no,
Right.
you're not
Yeah, because
understanding."
that's what a logical person would be looking.
Right.
point the gun at a 45-degree angle in between us, and that's where it's at.
Yeah, and it literally, he's looking and he keys the mic and he goes, "I don't see it," and I hear, "Oh," and I was already on it, and I stoned her, and he's like, "Where did that come from?" I'm like, "Right fucking behind me." But it was the same thing. Now, you're talking, we rabbit hunt that little spot. It's a little tiny thicket. I don't even think it's a 16th of an acre. And then there's a road and a barn.
Yeah, no, it's a tiny little spot.
And so we always get parked there and walk through that little, I mean, it's like thistle brush. It's not even like.
Yeah, no, it's just some tall grass and some reeds and stuff that you walk through to get down into the field.
But I'm going to tell you what, you know what a coyote sounds like coming through that fucking thing? Like a goddamn dinosaur, okay?
Well, I never heard the one that came
behind the farm?
Yeah, it came running past me at like 10 yards. Never heard it. All of a sudden, you're freaking out. It's right next to you. And never heard it.
I'm like, "Josh, you see? Yep, nothing I can do about it." Because we were trying to shoot a dog that was out in front of us.
Yeah, there was another one. It was probably 120 yards out.
That dog came from the pickup, too. That's
Yeah.
where the truck was parked.
Uh-huh.
And just, I don't know where the fuck it was. I have no idea.
No.
Just showed up there.
Yep. Came
And
from
we're
behind.
watching a dog in front of us, and we're conversating, trying to get a plant because there's houses there. So you have to wait until it's in a certain angle. We had to wait for it to get further west.
Oh, you were so mad at me that night.
And I'm like, and then the same thing. I hear a little bit of noise, and a fucking dog bolts out between us. I mean, like, so close.
That was the on the right night. You were so mad.
Yeah, the whole night. I was like, he's like, "You go on the downwind side." Every fucking dog it was up on the upwind. I'm like, on the right. I'm like, fuck, I ain't never going to get to shoot nothing.
I didn't shoot anything that night anyway.
You didn't? I thought we shot that one that night.
Oh, no, we did.
We did.
Yeah, I did get one that night.
Yeah, we had to wait for it.
It finally came out in front of us where we did have a shot at it.
Right, after the one tried to bite us in the fucking ankle.
Yeah.
That's all right. Jeremy shoot either, so I don't feel bad.
It's just different when you get them. So I understand what you're saying. Like, you hear shit. Me and Cousin Chip were out one night. We heard a fucking mouse going through the leaves. And he was straight turned around, handgun out, rifle out. I mean, he was ready. That little patch of woods was going to be like fucking Vietnam.
I had a raccoon do that to me one.
Oh, yeah? They were fucking raccoon?
Raccoon. I mean, it couldn't have been 5 yards behind us just walking through the brush line.
Yeah. But it sounded like a fucking...
Well, especially when you're wearing a headset like we do.
It's amplified.
It
so
amplifies
it sounds like a
everything.
dinosaur coming
So you got this raccoon rustling through the leaves behind you, and you turn around, you got the scanner, like, what the hell is it? And it's just a raccoon just minding his own damn business. Like, motherfucker. Like,
well, especially in the dark, like,
oh, yeah.
You know, you're when you take away one sense, your sight, everything else is like heightened that much more. So like,
oh yeah,
everything you hear is crisper, louder, you know, closer. But that fox that growled at us, it came out. I think we always talk on each stand like, what do you want to take out? Like, because like I like to keep my fur, so like I don't really like shooting foxes with a 22-250 because it usually ends up with not much fox left. So I think Jeremy said, well, I'm going to take the 17. I said, all right, so I'll take the big gun, you take the small gun. And he shot it low, hit it, but like real low, and it ran back in where it came from, and then still fucking growled at us. Now
it was really hard because I don't have a 10-yard zero.
Yeah. And now we got to go like make an attempt to look for it because I know, like, I'm watching through the scanner when he shoots it, and I see like the blood fly. Like, I knew he hit it, and I'm like, we got to do our due diligence and go crawl through the fucking brush, look for this thing.
Mm-hmm.
We've done that too.
And we did. We found blood for an hour, and then it just disappeared. And where it disappeared, it was in somebody's backyard. So we're like, well, he must be okay because he's gone. Because there was no fox.
Oh, that was the one I tracked last year. Still burns my ass that I never found that thing.
Because you don't use the best caliber ever made. Just saying.
223.
Right.
There we go.
No, that one was my fault, and I twitched as I shot, and I shot too far back.
We had one stand. Jeremy shot. We called in a double from like 800 yards.
Oh, I hate those.
It was
fast. It was fast.
They ran at a full tilt from 800 yards across the field, across a road, up a field to where we were standing. And the property that I had permission is a hilltop. So you're looking down across the neighbor's field and then up the side. Well, the dogs charged in, howling the whole way, and stopped at, I don't know, 75, 80 yards. Well, me, night vision, tree in the way, couldn't see the one. Jeremy plugged the one, dropped it, finished it out. He was not feeling very good. I said, I'll go down and get the dog. And it may or may not have died in a field that we didn't have permission. We shot it from a field that we had permission. So I didn't want to turn on a flashlight or nothing like that. So I
went, recover, and get the hell out.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. I go down. I hooked a drag up to it in the dark. You know, I can kind of see. I'm looking through my scanners. I want to turn on my flashlight. I hook it around the back leg. I drag it up to the top of the hill where we are. And I turn my flashlight on, and this fucking thing has got its teeth bared, and it's breathing heavy.
It's fucking blinking. It's fucking blinking.
It's blinking at me.
Yeah, but we knew it was still breathing. He didn't know it was breathing.
No, well, and you know, normally, like, I don't know about you guys, but you go shoot a dog, you go up to it. One of the first things I do is lift up the jowls, check the teeth. Was it an old one? Is it a young one?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It was paralyzed, but I don't know if it was paralyzed from
where
down, or the neck down, or the shoulders down.
Jeremy would have heard this fucking pup distress, and it wasn't even a dog.
So listen, neither one of us get out of the truck without a pistol now.
Oh,
yeah.
Because that night, we had pistols, but they were not on our bags.
Yep. and I had a 223 at the time, the best caliber in the world.
See,
but I was,
but
I
it
wasn't.
can be taught.
But I wasn't running suppressed at the time. I hadn't gotten my suppressor.
Oh,
yet.
don't even get me started, you guys and your cans, you fucking cheaters.
But I put the barrel right behind the back of its head and pulled the trigger, and I think I'm still cleaning blood out of my sniper hog light and the end of my scope from that situation.
Oh, mercy kill! Yeah, we did that before.
Yeah. That's why I was getting pistols now.
Yeah, I put the pistol to a few things.
I've done it with a rifle, like before, or if I don't bring my pistol, Mercy killed one point blank in the back of the head. You have to,
Yeah, well,
we drug one out alive.
Well, you tried to shoot that one with the pistol. Night.
Oh my god, dude, my pistol skills are fucking trash. But this thing is like in the tall reeds. I find it, same thing. Turn the light on, and I start getting closer to it, and that son of a bitch picks its head up. Teeth out, head up, ready to fucking kill me. Well, I just start unloading. Like, I had Josh's pistol, and it sounded like fucking, I don't know, a scene from Lethal Weapon. It was like, and he's calling me. He's like, did you hit it? And I'm like, no. Like, I think I'm hitting it. I don't know. It's fucking looking at me.
Well, that was that fucking raccoon that I shot.
Yeah. But we drugged that coyote out. Josh walked out behind me.
Yeah, with a pistol on it.
With a pistol on it, because I shot it 2 or 3 times, and it was still alive, and put the drag on it, drug it out of there, and it was alive till we got to the truck.
Yeah.
Blinking, looking.
Yeah, it was a good 10 minutes.
I think
10,
Heath Baker
minutes.
got bit by one once.
Did
he? Yeah.
He picked it up, and the fucker bit him.
Oh.
He had it over
by
his
the back legs. It bit him right in the calf.
Yeah, he had it over his shoulders, and he was walking back, and the thing started biting the shit out of him, if I remember correctly.
I remember him posting that. Fuck that.
No, thank you.
Right. Unless it's an old one with no teeth.
Well, yeah.
Then they're just gumming you to death,
That fucker still ain't biting me.
I still don't know how that one that you shot was surviving with like 3 teeth in its mouth.
Yeah, that was where we took Jeremy. It was down.
Yeah, that night, that thing was was that that one that you shot that night that I came up was pretty old too, big dog.
Yeah, you weren't with us tonight. I shot that old dog down there, but it had like 2 canines, no molars.
Yeah, I mean,
it was fucking enormous.
Yeah, and he was an old boy.
And like he come out and he didn't run. No, remember when he came out? You were like on the left, and here he comes. Just calls running, and he's just kind of walking. Looked like an old fucking farm dog walking across the yard.
Yeah.
And I smoked him, and when I got to him, and I did the same thing. I reached down, I opened his mouth up to see, and he had nothing left in there.
I always give him a little nudge with the boot before I go reaching for anything.
I give like nudges now. Kick it around for a while just to really make sure.
Gilmore the fucker, like run up on it. Thunk. Yep, he's
the
done.
The first coyote I ever killed, I killed on a deer hunting trip in North Carolina. It came in and I shot it. Like many people do, they kill a coyote while they're deer hunting, and I'd never seen one, never killed one, never nothing. I shot it 60 yards facing me with a 270, and I got out of the stand. I walk over this thing, and I must have poked it with the end of my barrel 487 times.
Right.
I didn't know. I'd never seen one. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I don't want to get bit by this thing.
Right.
No.
Like it's a fucking wolf.
Yeah.
Now you drag them while they're still alive, JP.
Yeah, man. Look how far I've come.
You imagine that? Reach down, put a drag on it, get all the way back, and the fucking thing's looking at you, blinking.
No.
No, dude, it wasn't just blinking. It was literally teeth were bared.
Right.
Like, I'm going to, if I could move my head right now, I would eat your ass.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a pretty dog, too. That was a big, pretty dog. I think you got that one. Is that the one you did the soft mount on?
Yeah. Yep.
You have a soft mount? Do you like those?
I do. It came out wonderful. I had this lovely young lady I met on one of the Facebook groups. She's all the way out in California, and her number one, her pricing is more than comparable and fair. And
I'm gonna need that info.
yeah, she did an amazing job.
So would you send her a tan hide?
Yeah, I had already sent the hide out. Is that one that you sent out, JP? I don't remember.
No, I didn't send that one out.
Anyway, we sent it out and had it, sent it out for taxidermy ready.
Yep.
And I had it sitting here. I was like, I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it yet. And I'm like, yeah, this is a perfect dog to do that with. And I sent it out there, and she did really great.
And it's like you can like move it around and all that shit.
Oh yeah. I'm not. So I don't know exactly how she did it, but it has like some kind of a wire foundation inside of it that you can pose it and all that. But her name is Amberlynn Sexton, and her business is called Stuffed Animals with a Z. I suggest you guys check her out. Check out her Facebook. Check out her work.
Oh yeah, I want one.
She does really good.
Soft mount is awesome. Well, there's Ellie in the damn water bowl. Come on. Christ, goddamn dog.
I don't think you can hear it.
I can hear it. It's annoying. I want to get one of those done.
Right, yeah.
So, how long? All right, so run us through. We had some stories already. Run us through where you started. You were red light guys?
Yeah, I started. Well, going back to that dog I killed deer hunting, and like in Pennsylvania, like when I was, I started hunting in 2000. So, it was always like nobody like really coyote hunted, right? So it was always like, oh, I killed one on a deer drive or I killed one on a bear drive. It was kind of like like an elusive, it still is an elusive creature, but it's always like this like elusive thing that like, oh yeah, I got a coyote, and that's, cool. But then when I killed that one deer hunting, I was like, man, this would be like cool to do. So I had an AR and I bought a red light and I had like a $100 ICO-Tech call. I had 12 sounds on it. And I'll never forget the first night I went out, I had all this stuff, shooting sticks, all the shit that's you buy the first time that's totally not what you use anymore. Mm-hmm. And went out and I called in a fox and shot it, 223, Carl's favorite, with a
best
full metal
ever made.
Yeah, full metal jacket, bullet. Didn't know anything about bullets, about what I needed.
God, just like me.
Yep, and I would have bet my paycheck at the time that it was a dog because I didn't know any better, and that kind of ticked it off. So I hunted for the first year. I hunted with red lights, and then I got a 256 scanner, and I got a Wraith, and that kind of got into the night vision game, and then it's just snowballed exponentially from there.
Wraith guy, what Wraith did you have? The 4K or?
Yeah, I had an AGM 256 scanner and a Wraith 4K Max. And I remember I got it the day I got the scope. I put it on my 17. I went to the range. I sighted it in, and that night I'm like, I gotta go try this setup. Like I gotta go try the binocular and the night vision. And I went to
fucking mind blowing when you go from a red light to a thermal scanner to a night vision scope.
Oh. Yeah. I went to a piece of public land and I called up a fox in like a minute, and I'm like, this is fucking awesome. Why did I not?
Yeah, we were the same way when we got our Wraiths.
Yeah,
they were the original Wraiths.
Yeah. I think you're the same way. I think you started with red lights, didn't you?
Yeah.
I
started.
I was like,
I started
oh my
with
God, look at all the stuff we can see. Remember?
Oh my God.
And you thought you were badass. You thought you were badass when the first time you looked through that Wraith at night.
Little tiny fucking
that was
screen.
Yep.
That was my first scope too. The Wraith, and then
it was such
got
a
one
game
of the
changer,
Accufires. And now there's no looking back. I'm not saying that I won't ever use night vision again. I'm just saying that my new scope, I just since I've seen you guys, I upgraded. I now run the Knockpix S60 1280.
Ooh, 1280.
Oh,
it is stupid.
It
It
is?
is
Oh.
stupid clear. It's probably one of the best things that I ever purchased for this game.
Now,
1280.
Yeah,
How many kidneys do you have to sell for that?
I don't have any left.
Oh, and you went to the sperm
just
bank too, didn't you?
full fucker, full dialysis
I just have,
all
I
the
just
time.
have this. Yeah, I just have this stent taped to my leg now.
I got a cool scope, but
I can't pee anymore.
But it is everything that they said it would be. I have not found
Now, I'm not going
one
to
flaw,
ask.
not one.
I'm not going to ask how much it was, but was it cheaper than the iRay when they came out with the 1280?
I think so.
Well,
I think
So the knockpicks,
$500.
the iRay was
yeah,
$18,000.
yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
No, oh my God, yeah. Oh, you mean
Okay.
you're talking about back in the day?
Well, this was
Yeah.
like 2 years ago.
Yeah, no, this.
That's back in the day in scope technology.
So I
Yeah,
purchased.
so last week.
Yeah, I purchased my S60 before the whole tariff scare,
Oh, okay.
and that.
Knockpicks is made in China.
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
they
okay.
are.
Well, I don't
But
know. I mean,
Well, some
I
of them are
purchased that
European,
before.
Some of them are Chinese.
some are U.S.
Yeah, I purchased that before the whole Trump tariff scare that they all did, and they raised the tariffs on all our scopes. But I got it through Life Is Now Outdoors, and
okay.
Nathan took really good care of me. And I think at the time before they raised the tariffs, it was like $7,000. But whatever, I'm telling you, it's amazing. It's
Better
just an amazing piece of equipment.
Better suck me and fuck me for $7,000.
Yeah, but now I think they added $1,000 to these scopes now.
Yes.
Choo. Really? I haven't looked.
Oh, I gotta say, I'm glad I got the AGM before. all that.
Really? It's that bad now?
I don't know. I haven't.
AGM
Yeah.
AGM
And then,
did not get affected by the tariff increase. I actually asked
they
my
did
dealer.
not.
No, I asked my dealer that because I was right when that all went down. I was contemplating buying another Spectrum, and I messaged him. I said, "Hey, I said, is AGM's prices going up with this tariff stuff? Like, do I need to order one now and not in September?" And he said, "No, they're holding their prices the same."
Well, it did go up $8.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
$8.
Yeah, Jeremy's scope, it doesn't blow you, but if you download the latest firmware update, it does.
There's
Oh.
there's a firmware update for it.
And it comes with a fucking virtual girlfriend.
Yes.
And then
I gotta look
I
into
also
that.
Tells you all kinds of good, like, oh, that was a great shot.
And when you miss, it tells you you did a good job anyway.
I could have used that back in March.
Yeah.
But I also bought the Ace 50 so that when it's foggy out, JP can still hunt with me.
Yes, and that's why I did not buy a thermal scope, because why would I do that?
Yeah, because fog kills us night vision guys.
Oh hell yeah!
We're
Yeah.
fucking out.
Remember that first night of the first tournament we did?
Yeah.
The fog rolled
And
in.
magically, people shot dogs still.
Yeah, I don't know how.
That's so magical.
Even the thermal guy
Yeah.
was saying,
like,
I
at the
can't see a
tournament,
damn
he's like, I
thing.
couldn't see nothing. And I'm like, then
Yeah, well,
why
that's
is
how-
there truckloads of dogs here?
Yeah.
Like, how did that fucking work?
Where did they come from?
That's how this scope is, and I'm telling. And I put it when I first bought it. I still had my Pulsar, which is a 640. I had the XG50 LRF, and as soon as I mounted it on a gun, I went outside and I put both of them on tripods, and it was foggy and nasty out, and I could see everything I needed to see through that S60, and the Pulsar was like a wall with some spots in it.
Yeah.
The upgrades and the sensors and everything that they've done it's just amazing.
It's amazing how far they've come, you know? Like,
Yeah.
even, with the rangefinders.
Oh, yeah.
And the scopes.
Yeah. But just
Yeah.
the way that these new sensors that they have, and it's not just the Knockpicks, right? It's all of them, the Knockpicks, the iRay, the AGMs. Like we looked at all of them, and they slice through the humidity. It's it's just uncanny
Better
how
than
well
the
they
640 pulsars.
Oh, the six. Yeah, listen, I don't want to stomp on anything, but I ran a 640 Pulsar for how long I had them, JP? 2.5, 3 years.
Yeah, I'll say 2-3 years.
That they're junk compared to what I run now. Like that,
It's the Wraith compared to the Spectrum.
Yeah,
That's a jump.
I would,
Yeah.
I would hunt with my Wraith again. The OG is still set up, still a killer.
So-
That thing you pull out of the case now, the batteries are fine in. It'll ring steel all day long. It's a great. But like it's
Speaking
a
of-
little screen.
yeah. Equipment that you must have. I went out to New York and I hunted with these guys for the One Predator podcast one night, right? and I come back and JP says to me, "Well, how was it since you went out and hunted with my friends without me?" And I said,
Well, that's
great,
not
man.
my
I said,
fault. He could have came.
Yeah.
I was in North Carolina killing dogs.
You were
guys had
both
to fly
more than welcome to come.
So I get back. I said, it was really good. A great group of guys. They had some beautiful property. We didn't kill any dogs, but we did see some. I said, but I gotta tell you, they handed me this stupid headset, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this thing? And then, just so you guys know, JP and I now have headsets.
Oh, sure. Sure.
Because I came back and I told him, I'm like, listen, we have to get these things immediately because it was so much better.
So,
Do you guys spread out at all? Or do you
We do now because we can hear each other.
there you
Right?
go.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or even if we don't spread out real far,
We still
Like,
wear them every night. We wear them every night.
most of our properties are not. Most of our properties would not make sense to have one guy here and another guy 300 yards away, right? But there's a lot of our properties where you want one guy covering this direction exclusively and another guy covering the other direction exclusively. So we might be 20, 30 yards apart, which isn't far, but Jeremy's
trying to
covering
be
this
quiet.
end,
It's far.
and I'm covering that end, and then we can say, okay, if Jeremy says I got a dog 400 yards out, I've got time to get my shit shifted around to back him up if need be, and vice versa.
But the killer for me that night was we went out, and for the majority of the night, we were pretty much just lined up together, right, in a row of three.
Yeah.
And then we hit that last property that you guys had with that big pole barn, and we saw the dogs. As soon as we got there, they were 500 yards, 600 yards out. And we were able to separate. And I don't know, I'd say we were probably, 40 yards from each other, 50 yards from each other.
Yeah.
And not once, all three of us, right? Like I was 40 yards from Carl, and he was 40 yards from Josh, and there was never a question of what we were doing.
Yeah.
No.
No.
The only question we had was which.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the only question we had was which way was east.
Right.
Yeah.
Which way are we looking?
Well, we were facing east.
Yeah, the
Oh,
mountain,
right.
the base of the mountains is east.
Yeah. Well,
But that was it. I came home right away. I was like, JP, we got to order these.
So you're
Yeah.
running
did you get the
walkers,
Fire Max?
or which ones
Yeah.
did you get?
Yeah, so I already had the
Yeah.
the walkers, so we just ordered the microphone
The
attachment
comp piece
for it.
for it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then JP ordered you ordered 2 or 3 pack.
I ordered
the whole setup.
2 complete recons,
Okay.
and then whatever model you have, I ordered the microphone for it, and they're really not expensive in the grand
No.
scheme of all this shit costs. And I mean, the one thing we're still trying to play with and figure, we set them up with the I guess
voice
we're
activation.
voice activated already, but the
Oh,
wind,
the Vox. Yeah, you can't run.
Yeah,
that.
it's junk.
yeah.
We had a guy was breathing heavy wearing one night. And it kept fucking tripping it. And we're like, you
That's-
got to turn the Vox
You
off.
got
Was
to
it
turn that
Derby?
shit off.
No.
Our problem was the wind. Our problem was the wind. We were at the top of this crest on a field that was probably 1,200, 1,300 yards long, and it wasn't even windy. It was probably, I don't know, 10, 12 mile an hour winds.
Yeah.
And our buddy Garrett was with us, and his microphone would not turn off.
Yeah,
it was-
and you can't talk if it's keyed.
right.
No, I took my headset off and put it on the ground.
Yeah.
It was worthless. I didn't want so.
'Cause
We
that's the
we went
thing,
back
if-
to the truck and immediately shut off the Vox.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the thing. If they're on Vox and somebody's is doing that, you can't even tell them
No,
unless you
Yeah.
physically walk to them and say, "Hey,
dumbass,
you're
turn
you're-
this shit off."
Right, you're breathing like you're getting fucking chased by a mountain lion. Turn it off. Because we tried the Vox. We did.
We did for a little bit, yeah, and then no, just turn it off. And one thing we have done is we're not on channel 1 anymore.
No. Oh my God.
Because everybody uses channel 1 for every walkie-talkie, headset, everything.
Guys, we've heard children standing in the middle of the field at night. You want to talk about freaking you the fuck out? Okay, like you're sitting in a field and you hear
Ring around the posy.
right. This little girl starts talking, and I'm like, "Do you guys fucking hear that?" And of course, Cousin Chip's like, "Where's your mother?" He's like fucking being an asshole, And then one night we were out, and I heard somebody calling for somebody that was in a barn, down at a barn. They're like, "Are you okay? Are you coming back? I'm getting worried about you." And I'm like, then this 10-year-old reaches up for the fucking key, button, and I'm like, I'm really, I start talking back, and they get real quiet. Like, so I ruined somebody's fucking night, but I just couldn't help myself.
Yeah, we've since changed from channel 1.
No channel ones, man.
Yeah. We haven't had any interference, I don't think, but
No.
And
The only interference we have is from property owners next door that don't have headsets.
oh yeah. Yeah, Jeremy's not the most diplomatic hunting partner you can ever have in your life. Dealing with people. We went to I got a property, it's about half an hour from my house. It's a pheasant hunting farm. It's a bird farm, and I went there. My neighbor's real big into bird hunting, and I went with him one day to work the dogs and bird hunt. And I just asked him, I said, "Hey," I said, "would you mind if I predator hunted here?" And he's like, "Yeah, no problem." And he took me out on a side by side, showed me all the fields, and a lot of them are grown habitat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the whole birds, but he's got some fields that are completely stripped down, and there's one all the way in the back. And I took a buddy of mine and his kid there like the week before, and we killed a double on fox. And I know there's dogs in the area, and I know there's stuff there. And I said, let's go back there. So we went and we set up, and it was January or February maybe. There was like almost a foot of snow on the ground, and we trudged back there. We get all set up, and I know down in the bottom corner, the field kind of rolls down to like a little valley, and I know down in that valley there's some houses because there's a road on the other side of it, probably 300 yards away. And we're sitting there and we're calling, and I see like it looks like headlights in the trees down in the corner of this field in the woods where I know there's a house there, and I'm like, oh, somebody came home to that house, and headlights were in the trees.
It started to look like that beacon at the airport that just goes around in a circle and flashes.
Yeah. And I see it moving around, and I'm going, what are these goofy bastards doing? And I'm just sitting there, and the call's playing, and I'm just sitting there watching and
howling.
Yeah, we're playing house, and all of a sudden the light starts getting brighter and more concentrated, and I can see by the motion of the light it's coming up over the hill, and I'm going, what the fuck is this? And I'm looking through my scanner, like I'm looking like my naked eye, and I'm looking through the scanner to see when I see, and finally I see somebody pop up over the rise, and they're standing there looking around, and the whole time the call's playing, and I'm like, oh god, here we go. Well, then another one pops up over the hill. Now there's two of them with flashlights, and they're shining out in this field that's not theirs. It's our permission. It's not their field. So I said, all right, well, there's people there. So I kill the call. I always carry a flashlight, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I take the flashlight out, and I start kind of like Morse coding at them. Not literally, but I'm blinking it on and off so they can see
that somebody is there.
There's somebody out there.
somebody's there.
I'm pegging
And-
them with the laser on my flashlight, a green laser in your face,
Yeah.
and they're still looking.
So naturally, they don't turn around and walk away. They just come walking straight towards us.
Oh,
So,
jeez.
yep. So they walk up. They're walking up, and I'm walking. So Hunt's busted. I walk across the field, and I meet him, and I go, "Hi." And he goes, "Hey." I said, "Can I help you?" Well, we were just wondering what that sound was. I said, I got permission here to coyote hunt. I said, it's an electronic call. Oh, I never heard that sound before. I didn't know what it was. So you hear weird sounds in the woods and you go looking for it? I don't know.
In the middle of the night?
Were they armed?
No, it was
No, oh my God, no.
Oh.
The only thing they were armed with was their Biden flags. Jesus.
Oh, boy.
Now, I mean, I know you guys talked about it before, getting spotlighted and shit, and it's happened to me. I've had cops roll up, and it sucks, but
They're
what are you
just
gonna
doing
do?
their job.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't have
Like,
random people just walking out into the middle of the field because they hear a strange noise in the dark.
Yeah, but wait, it gets better. It gets better.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm annoyed, but I'm trying. I don't know this neighbor's relationship with my property owner, so I'm not
you
trying.
don't want to make a stink.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a dick and make a sting. So I'm just, So I said, it's just us, and if you hear us, if you hear this again, don't come out. It's us. Well, while I'm talking to him, here comes Jeremy fucking trudging through the snow right behind me. I didn't even know he was, and he walks up, and I don't remember what they said, but they said something, and Jeremy goes, "Well, we were perfectly fine until you interfered with a lawful hunt. What are you doing? Like this is private property." And I'm like, it's
He's like you need to go back over.
you go back to the guns, and they're like, well, we've had people
bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit, just stomping away, making audible stomp noise in the snow. And they're like, well, we've had our cats have been shot at by the bird hunters, and we don't really appreciate it. And I was like, well, that ain't got to do with me. Like, I don't know.
It's fucking It's 1:30 in the morning.
Like, yeah. So the next day, I text the guy that owns the place. I said, I ran into your neighbor down behind that field in the valley. And he said, he didn't even say, oh, yeah, what happened? He texted me back and said, he's a fucking asshole. Well, that's so much for keeping up diplomatic relations.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, you did your part. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
I did. So now when it comes to public interaction, Jeremy's not allowed to leave the gun.
That was the night that JP gave us titles.
Mm-hmm. I said, okay,
He
I'm
is now
president, you're vice president, and I'm also director of communications.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
He said you are no longer allowed to talk to property owners if we're on a hunt.
Yep.
I can totally now knowing Jeremy, I can totally picture it.
Yeah.
Like,
I was
I can
mad,
see
dude.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be pissed too. I was pissed the night the cops spotlighted us at one time we talked about. Like, the truck is parked there along the side of the road. Like, I get it. Okay, but it's off the road. Okay, first thing.
Stickers all over it.
Stickers all over it. Coyote stickers all over it.
Right.
Like, y'all are supposed to be do some kind of detective work when you roll up on a scene. And then it turns into a fucking prison break.
Yeah.
And Josh is like, what are we doing? And I turn around, just put my hands up in the air. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
And it probably happens to all of us because that same shit happened to it was me and I think it was hunting with Joe Fleming and somebody else. I don't remember.
And it was me, you, and Joe when that rolled up.
Down. Yeah, we were down in Lehigh. Yeah, you're right. It was us. And
Showed up.
we're literally in the middle of the field. The truck is there. There's a big Joe has on his windshield this big windshield strip, right? It says Lehigh Valley Predator Hunters.
Oh,
Right? There's no mistaking it.
Right.
And we're not even that far. We're tripod set up. You can see it, and we're probably only I don't know, 90
yards off the road.
yards, 100 yards from the truck. And we see the cop, like, you know when you see that Ford Explorer come down the road, there's no question what it is when it hits the brakes and starts going really slow.
That comes from partying in cornfields.
Yeah, we're like, oh, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
And then, why can't they just, like, oh, those guys must be hunting. Okay. No, let's go talk to them.
Oh,
Sure.
But here's the
God.
part. Here's the worst part. When they do, I got stopped by the cops 4 times last year. Okay.
Ooh.
No, this past season, the season before. When they do that, and they see what you are, and they stop, and then they want to make contact with you and ruin the hunt, and you go over and you, what I'm doing. They go, and they're real cool. They're like, oh, okay, yeah. Never ask you for your ID. Never ask you for your hunting license. Never ask you if you have
Permission
written
cards.
where you're at. Like, then what did you stop for?
Yeah.
Dude,
Bored.
we've had interactions with the police in the vehicle, and the guns are in the kill box, and they don't even check the guns, like nothing.
No.
No.
Same with us.
At one cop, he got on the gun and looked through it because he never looked through thermal before, wanted to see what it looked like. And
Sure, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, we butter them right up. Don't
Oh,
worry.
yeah. Hey, you want to come out with us sometime?
Steve came here before. Well, he doesn't have a hand scanner. They were looking for a guy that went missing deer hunting. His truck was parked. So he calls me and he says, hey, is your scanner charged? I'm like, yeah, why? He's like, I got to come grab it. I got to go look for this guy. So he came and took it and went walking out in the woods looking for him. Come to find out, the truck broke down. He got a ride out of there.
Get the fuck out of here.
So Steve's out in the woods with a bunch of other of his,
Yeah.
fellow deputies looking around, and the guy wasn't even there. But they came and used, our stuff.
Yeah.
And then another time, Rusty had his. I had bears here one night. I go out. I don't smoke anymore, but I was outside smoking a cigarette, and the garbage cans are flipped over, and I'm like, "Huh, that's funny. I don't remember any wind. What the hell is that all about?" So I'm in my drawers, man. You know what I mean? Kids are asleep. Daddy's having a cocktail, smoking a cigarette. I go walk down the end of the driveway in my fucking underwear, and I grab the garbage can, and it's got claw marks in it. And the bears had gotten in it. So I, fucking stand... if somebody was recording this, it would have made fucking TV in no time. But I stand up, walk backwards to my door. Anyway, I call Rusty. I was like, the fucking bears are here. He comes down with his thermal drone, and we're looking for the bears. We find the bears. So that comes and goes. Well, then we had another... I had an issue with somebody spotlighting the fields here at the house. So I call some friends of mine. They show up. They find a truck full of rifles with nobody in it. Spotlights, no call, no nothing. They yell out on the PA speaker of the patrol car trying to get him. They run his plate. They know who he is. They call him by name. I'm standing here. And he doesn't come out. Rusty shows up with the thermal drone. We put the drone up. And everybody just kind of backs off. So, long story short, they were looking for these guys. They were jackers, deer jackers. And so Rusty shows up with the drone. We put the drone up, and we call my friend that was down there dealing with this. And I said, hey, you see, we're going to turn the landing lights on the drone. And that's where they are. So... Rusty hits the landing lights. The drone lights up over top their heads. And we're like, they're right there. They're like, okay. They're like, you can see. We're like, yeah, we're recording it. We're recording these two guys hiding in the bushes. Mm-hmm. So we bring the drone back. They leave. They call me. They're like, we're going to leave, and we're going to stage them. We're going to set up on both ends of the road and wait. They nailed those guys for traffic violations. They're like, oh, we're Kyle hunting. And they're like, okay, where's your call? Oh, we used our phone. well, what gun are you using? Well, we got a couple. And he's like, yeah, a fucking 300 Win Mag, a 3006, a 308. There's, number one, it's rifle season. You can't, in New York State, coyote hunt with anything over a 22 caliber during rifle season because it's against the law. After rifle season, you can. You can shoot them with a fucking howitzer. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
But they nailed those guys. And come to find out, they had been jacking deer in surrounding counties quite a bit. And they were onto them. They just never had any solid proof.
I'll never understand that, man. I'll never understand it.
You know, because
I love it. If I had venison every day of my life, I would be okay with that. But why do you have to shoot these bucks or the trophy bucks? That you keep taking them all out, and that's when you don't have any deer population. You don't have any sustainable bloodlines, and
right.
You know, if you need to feed your family, I'm all about it, and I understand sometimes people have to do what they have to do.
Yeah, but Jeremy,
there's a lot of programs. There's a lot of
but
there's a lot of programs that help you get that meat.
Right. How many people say that? Oh, I got to fill my freezer. I bet you 98% of them don't even eat it all.
Yeah.
I'll fucking bet.
Freezer with a 140-inch 10-pointer.
Yeah, you won't say that about us. Let me tell you.
We grew up eating deer meat because we didn't have nothing else. So I shoot one buck. I don't shoot any does, and that's enough between me and her. And because she has a tag too, and we shot 2 nice deer.
Yeah, I probably consume 3 deer a year. I get every bit of 6 or 7 tags a year, and the ones that I don't use for myself, they either go to one of my friends who didn't get a deer, or I give a deer to somebody who needs it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And Jesus, half the time I pay for it to be processed because these people don't have any money.
Right.
Yeah.
That's different. That's a totally different.
Why do you got to go out and jack deer?
Because they're looking for that trophy.
We've seen.
They're not trying to.
For what? You're looking for something you can't. Why do you want to shoot something you can't show off?
Right. What is the point of it?
Right.
We've seen some monsters. Because that's when the big bucks move, man. Like they are big for a reason. Mm-hmm. They move at night. Unless the only time you're gonna really get them to fumble up is when they're rut.
Yeah.
When they're on rut and they're just after that tail and they don't really care. That's when you get them to screw up. But them big deer, they're not stupid. They know when the seasons change that they're about to get shot at when they start catching a lot of scent in the woods, and they're not fucking dumb. They're not dumb. They learn from it.
Yeah, why do you think we use that Tank 69, baby?
Right. You know what I mean? Like I don't
gets them all fucked up.
I use bacon grease when it's cooking in the ear blind. Works every time.
God.
But I never could understand that. We've seen some big fucking deer.
In the dark.
Big fucking deer. And we got like recordings of them because I record them. Why not?
Sure.
But see, that's the funny thing though. If JP and I sent you pictures of our big deer out here, you'd be like, "Oh, isn't he cute?" Because our big deer is like 160 maybe.
Yeah.
170 out here, and Max is a big deer, right? And then and I hunt New York State. I know what you guys are dealing with, and I don't hunt as far north as you are, but like I told you, I hunt the Greenville area by Port Jervis, New York. I hunt up by Monticello, New York, and man, I shot a doe up there this year that was almost 200 pounds. Like that's a big deer for me.
Yeah. Well fed.
Yeah. Ever since I started doing this coyote hunting thing, I really have not had nearly the interest to deer hunt.
Thank you. Me.
Absolutely agree. I absolutely agree.
It's amazing how it changes. Like it was like a fucking holiday. Okay? It's rifle season. You did all the things. You did all the prep work. You're gonna go out, and like now, like I was so glad I shot my buck opening day. Happiest guy ever. I called Josh that afternoon. I'm like, fuck it, let's go coyote hunting. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Like I'm done. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather be
3
out
hours.
all night than have to get up at 3:30 in the morning and go walk out to a fucking blind.
Well, and I mean, you've got, I don't know how old your kids are, Carl, but I know you got younger kids.
Yeah.
Like I got a extremely understanding wife, and I got a 6-year-old daughter and a infant son. For me to go deer hunting, like you said, get up, go sit in a stand till 9, 10 in the morning. You're a pile of shit all day because you've been up since 4.
Yep.
And then you go back out at 2 o'clock and sit till dark, and then you're still a pile of shit. You come home, eat dinner, and you go to sleep.
Right.
With coyote hunting, I can get done work, I can eat dinner, I can play with the kids for a little bit, I can help put them to bed, and I can still be at my first stand by, for me, 9 o'clock at night.
Yep.
And I can hunt till, on a weeknight, I can hunt till, 1 o'clock in the morning and still get up and go to work the next day and be functional. You know what I mean?
The same way. Me and Josh.
So I can hunt way more predator hunting than I can deer hunting.
I mean, we still do it, and I love doing it, and my wife hunts, and I take the kids deer hunting, but ever since the coyote thing, I just want to shoot coyotes. Like, I hate...
But Carl, aren't you, you're hunting in your caddy shacks, though, aren't you? Like your shorts and your T-shirts, right?
Yeah, I get in there, take my boots off, take my coat off, make breakfast. I have a solar panel to charge my phone. I watch videos.
Yeah, we're a little jealous, I'm not going to lie.
Well, I wasn't always like that. I definitely earned my wings and froze and bags in your boots to keep your feet dry and 15 fucking layers. And then my dad had them battery operated socks that you put the D batteries in. Do you remember those fucking things? You never seen those?
Where the hell do you store D batteries?
They go on your fucking ankles.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I think he's still got a pair. I got to bring them over and show them to you.
12 pounds of batteries walking through the woods.
But
I just bought heated socks this year.
Dude, that's a game changer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And even with our boots, what they got, 1,600 or 2,800
I think
grams?
mine are 1,000 or 1,100.
Something like that.
Yeah.
The boots have come a long way. We didn't have them kind of fucking boots when we were kids. We didn't have that shit.
Yeah, they're heavy as fuck now, though.
Right. They are heavy. That gets real old, too.
Especially in the snow. You want to go out here, kill dogs in the snow, and wear these 1,000-gram Thinsulate boots that, they weigh 3 pounds for the set, and
I don't care about the snow.
500 yards across the field, you're like, man, I'm fucking tired.
Yeah, fat guy problems. I don't care about the snow. It's the fucking mud. When we get mud season with the cornfields, and you got you got 100 pounds,
10 pounds,
on each foot,
10 pounds,
that fucking sucks.
Well, we had, we don't have it anymore. We had a field that we called Mud Field.
Which one? We still have that.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we lost all that.
No, we kept it all.
All right, never mind then. I'm going to shut up.
Yeah, but that one is one of the fields.
But that field we call Mud Field.
For a reason.
Because
it sucked.
it's always mud.
It sucked.
Every time we go there, it's mud. Your boots come out weighing 12 pounds apiece.
Do you guys find it relatively easy to get properties? And on the same topic of conversation, do you lose a fair amount of properties?
Have we? Well, we have lost.
So I think we kind of had a conversation like this when I came out and hunted with you guys, and you had some issues with like some of the property owners. It wasn't an issue of gaining permission. It was an issue of everybody else was gaining permission too.
Well, yeah, we have dealt with
that.
I
do not hunt that farm anymore at all.
Well, there was technically 2 farms, I guess.
Yeah.
The one farm, other guys showed up, started hunting it. We just kind of...
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it was the first stand we did and the last stand we did. Because the first stand we did, we walked all the way up the top of that hill. And I don't think we were there very long. And I said, guys, there's a dog. And it was running across the top of that ridge all the way across the other side. And
I'm trying to think where that was.
It was the first one we did. And
where the fuck did we go when he was here? I know we went down south.
Yeah, down south is the only place I can remember that we took him. I know we did other stands. I just don't remember.
we walked up this hill probably 250 yards, and we set up at the crest of it, and we could look all the way around us.
That was down south.
And there was a brush line to our right hand side, and then on the other side of the brush line, you could see the top field, and that's where we saw that dog coming across.
Yeah, that was down south.
Yeah.
That was where I shot the old dog. It was that field.
Yeah.
The far right corner, there was another field. That's where he now, because his thermal is better than ours, saw that dog come out
across from front of that house.
Yeah, and then remember it ran down along in front of the houses. It came down to our right and then disappeared.
We only went down?
Yep, it was gone.
Yeah, well,
but that isn't that property, and then the last one that we hunted with the pole barn. I think
it's all the same property.
That was all the same owner.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
so
I think it was the following week. You're like, oh,
yeah.
Guess what?
Yeah.
We found out that the guys were there 2 hours before us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did, and I'm fine with people hunting. Okay. I do not care. I want everybody to shoot coyotes. I say this. Otherwise, we wouldn't fucking do this. So, like,
I would still do this if you weren't shooting coyotes. So.
No, it's like, and the kicker of that all. Well, see, there's two brothers there. I know them both, but the one is the one I communicate with. He tells me it's all mine. I show up there. We have them couple run-ins with them dogs down there, and how were they? They were sketched as fuck.
Yeah.
So the next day, I shoot them a text. I'm like, hey, is anybody else just wondering? Like, are you guys hunting? Because them as the farmers, they go out and fucking do it sometimes too. It's their land. Like, I don't blame them.
They can do whatever they want
right.
with it.
And he goes, no, it's not, And then, like, that same day, Rusty's the one that brought it up to me. He said, I found out somebody's hunting down there. So then I, in turn, relay to the landowner, hey, somebody else is hunting there. So if you end up with a windshield blown out of a tractor, he's a new guy.
Yeah.
Don't come at me.
Yeah.
I want you to be aware, because I know that farm inside and out. And I know where I can be. I know where I can shoot. I know I've been there a long time. I just made them aware in case something happened. Well, they come find out the brother had given this other guy permission, which is fine. It's his farm too. I said, hey, that's cool. It's cool. I just, I won't come down there. I mean, I want everybody to have the same fun I do. I have plenty of spots. It's not a big deal. Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole. And the brother I deal with was like, no, I gave permission to you.
Yeah.
And this guy, come to find out, he doesn't even like him. And I'm like, well, that's between you and your brother. Like, I don't want to cause a family fight. You know what I mean?
No, not at all. I don't want to take the risk of losing the property.
Right, So he was like, no, we're going to talk to this guy. He's out. It's your spot. And that's the way it is. Because they know that I'm going to be smart and respectful and safe. And that's why I'm there.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I asked that question is because, like I mentioned here, like I did a lot of door knocking last year. And
door knocking is rough.
It's and
JP was really good at it.
I would agree with you, but surprisingly, I would sit here and say, I don't have an exact figure, but for every 10 properties I ask, I bet you I get 7 to 8 yeses.
Really? You're hired.
Well, and here's
come on up here and be my bitch.
Well, here's the caveat to that too. Like I said, where we're at, we have a lot of, we don't have a ton of farmland, right? So we have a lot of subdivisions. We have a lot of houses. It's a lot of.
So it was good farmland. They just got smart and stopped farming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so when I go and ask these places, I would sit here and say that probably half the places I've acquired, maybe a little less, but let's just say half, I know I'm not the only one that hunts there. But if I went by the methodology of I'm not going to hunt somewhere where someone else hunts, I wouldn't have anywhere to hunt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The only thing I want is people to communicate. That's it. So when I found out that this guy was hunting there, I said, well, that's fine. Let's communicate. And he kind of blew me the fuck off and was a dick. Well, then the teeth come out. Okay? Like, I'm trying to be the grown-up here and work with you. Mm-hmm. Maybe even hunt with you. I'll like, come on. Let's fucking go together. Let's do it together. Yeah. You can shoot. I will stand there and call for you. I don't care. But when I go, now I brought a guy who ended up sleeping in a fucking truck stop up here to hunt with us, and you're down there playing sounds and blaring shit out, and then when I ask, you're going to be a dick back towards me, that's when I have a problem.
Well, that happened to us up here at the other farm that we lost.
Right.
Because there was another guy hunting it, and you had contacted him and said, hey, if you're going to be out,
just tell me which field you're going to.
Just let me know.
And we'll work together.
So you said this was like a newer hunter, right? Or is it just somebody new to the property?
Well, that was, where we took you.
He
was a newer hunter. This other guy.
Yeah. I had an experience like that, but this was with a seasoned hunter. And I'm, again, like JP said, I'm not mentioning any names. But seasoned hunter, bigger name in the industry around here. And I reached out to him like, man, because we're local.
Right.
Like, I would love to go out with you one night. You want to do something? I guess we can hit some of my properties.
Right.
I would, and my exact words were, I would love to learn from you. Right? Because at the time, I think it was my second year. His answer was, just keep staying out there. You'll figure it out.
Oh.
And that stuck with me forever.
Yeah.
And I have never, and I don't even, and listen, there's some people that, like, they just rub you the wrong way. You don't like them. Mm-hmm. I still haven't told them no when they say, hey, can I go out with you? Right. I'll take anybody out with me once. If you can't follow my directions and instructions and be safe, you'll never go with me again.
Oh, sure, 100%.
Yeah. But that stuck with me forever. That was the response I got. And I'll never make anybody feel like that.
Yeah, that's so shitty.
Yeah.
And that's why I always say at the end of, don't be dicks to each other.
We're all out there for the same reason.
Yeah. So let's all go together. Fuck it.
Work together, share strategies, ideas.
Right.
We have, there's guys that I know that live an hour and a half away from here that come here and hunt farms around here and almost like rub it in your face.
Oh.
Like, I'm up in your turf hunting your dogs. And Jeremy knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do, exactly.
I can tell by the laugh.
It's like, I know properties that we hunt, other people have hunted. We have, fortunately, I don't think, at one time I ran into guys that had permission at a place that I had, and they were super cool. And I know that some of the guys that hunt the places that I also hunt don't hunt nearly as much as we do. So I'm not really concerned about it or them blowing out a spot. I mean, they might hunt less than a handful of nights in a year. Shit, I'll hunt a handful of nights in a week.
Yeah, me too. I'm 5 nights a week.
So I'm not too concerned about it. But I've had very good luck. And that's kind of part of the reason, like, I started our Facebook page, shameless plug, Pennsylvania Predator Management. It just puts off a little bit more of a professional appearance and networking to maybe get access. I mean, I had a guy message me from the Facebook page. He said, hey, I've got a fox that keeps fucking with my pet rabbit. Can you come do something about it? I said, send me your address. Let me look at it. Dude lives on a 2-acre lot. Like, it's a house. It's not a farm. It's not a property I can hunt. It's a house. I said, I think I can make it work. I took my rimfire down there, called. This fox came running across the street. I plugged it at 40 yards. Guy was happier than could be. But he does like property not property management, like excavating, property clearing, stuff like that. So
good guy to have in your corner.
He knows a lot of places, and he's like, man, I'd love to go out with you. He's like, I know this guy. He'd let us hunt. He's got 40 acres here, and I got another buddy.
Especially if I can bring spots to the table. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Honorary member.
Yep, exactly. So you never know what, going back to what Jeremy says, never making somebody feel that way or turning somebody down.
Yeah.
You don't know what that person knows or who they know or where it could lead you.
Right.
Yeah. And you never know where your friendships are going to come from, right? Like, I had no idea who the One Predator podcast was until JP messaged me and said, hey, you got to check these guys out because they shoot a lot of dogs and they're funny as fuck. And I'm like, all right, well, let me listen to it. Then I started listening to it, and I'm like, I literally, and at the time, I was like, I don't know who Carl is or Josh is. Like, I just heard two voices. And I'm like, man, I think I could pound some bourbon with that guy.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and I enjoyed the show. I enjoyed everything. And then we we found our little love affair here, whatever you want to call it. And I come up and hunted with you, and we did, we communicate on probably a weekly, bi-weekly basis at least. And you never know where your friends are going to come from.
It's like me and Brian, man.
Yeah. I met JP because he was selling a gun. Yep. He posted a gun for sale. I said, yep, here's my feel-good fox gun. I bought that from JP. And where did I meet you? Like, fucking
Lowe's parking lot or some shit.
Lowe's, yeah. He's like,
somewhere's public.
Yeah.
He looked at your profile. He's like, I'm going to be
like,
this guy somewhere's public.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going to tell this guy where I live.
So the first time I hunted with Jeremy after that was, I think it was that next year.
Yeah, shortly after.
Yeah, it was Thanksgiving night. And I got done with doing Thanksgiving, and
kids went to bed.
He wanted to go hit some Publix. So I told my wife, "Said yes, I'm going.
That fucking crazy guy I met at Lowe's."
Yeah, I said I'm going hunting with this guy. She said, "Well, who is it?" I'm like, it's this dude Jeremy. I said I met him on Facebook. She's like, "So you're gonna go stand in the field in the middle of the night with a I don't know?" And I'm like, "Yep, that's what we're gonna go do."
That's my flashlight.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, and then fast forward, now, geez, what's it been, JP, 3 years, 2.5 years, whatever. One of my best friends, right? And if I want to hunt, he's my first call.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like I said, Brian and Andy and everybody says, I'm in love with Brian, but he's just a good dude, and he's super fun, and like we talk all the time, and about work and about the kids and just about fucking life. And it's I met him because of Tony told me about his calls, and then Josh won a gun in a raffle and went up to a gun shop up in Johnstown? Dwaynesburg. And
I think that's where it is.
Yeah, and you texted me. It was like, hey, there's two of these rabbit calls here. I'm like, well, fucking buy them. Let's go.
Yep.
And then we were doing a podcast, right? And I ordered a howler.
Yep.
Sitting right here. And then I get this phone call, and I get a voicemail, and it's, hey, it's Brian Rush. You ordered a howler from me. It's done. If you want to come up to my shop, I'll teach you how to use it. And I'm like, this is the same guy who makes calls for Downwind Outdoors. Yeah. So when I started hunting, that's who I watched. Why? They're New York guys.
Yep.
The dogs are different here. So I was like, well, fuck yeah, I want to come up in your shop and talk to you and pick your brain. And we brought him a sticker. He's got a One Predator sticker on his safe. And we were fucking there forever, right?
Oh, yeah, hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah, we were, and it was just, and the similarities, it's like when when we talk with you guys. The similarities is what brings us together.
Yep.
Our tactics, our safety, our just everything, how we look at things.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what draws us together. And that's the great thing about predator hunters. Like, you could stand in a crowd and look at 500 people, and you wouldn't pick a predator hunter at all. Then that's
Yeah.
But like you get in a crowd, you might be able to pick a deer hunter out.
Yeah. Well, and it's all about hunting. Hunting with people that hunt the same way. Like there's people that like on the internet, like even locally, that you couldn't pay me to hunt with them. Like I would never. I don't care how many dogs they shoot. I don't care how good they are. I would not hunt with them just because of the way that they are and portray themselves and act and holier than thou. So it's hunting, and Jeremy and I hunt extremely, extremely similar. We hunt the same way. We have virtually all the same ideas about how to do it. Right, wrong, or indifferent, we do it the same. We run the same equipment for the most part. I mean, our calls are literally, we both have Fox Pro X24s. Our calls are literally identical. So when we go out, it don't matter what call we've got or who's got a remote, we have the same sounds on both calls.
And they're set up the same way. So, like, if we get out there and he says, you want to call this one? I said, okay. I take my remote out of my chest pack and I call. It doesn't matter whose caller it is.
Right.
Like, I don't know. We came up with a pretty good system, and it works for us.
Yeah,
Nice.
We're not sitting on the countdown. We're still working on that. I tend to.
Here's the countdown. This is how our countdown works, right? We call in the double and say, all right, JP, listen, this double's going to come in. 3, 2, bang. We called double. We were hunting with our buddy Garrett, and he's a kid, shoots a lot of dogs. He's a lot of dogs, and I'm on the caller. Called this double in, and we heard, and they answered us, and they were there within a minute and a half. They were coming, and I see them coming out of the woods, and I say, all right, wait for them to crest the hill. And they crest the hill, and I say, all right, let the other one bang. I'm like, what the? I said, what the fuck did you do that for? And thankfully, and I know Garrett will listen to this podcast.
Oh, Garrett listens to us?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Thankfully, he's a good shot, because this dog was probably 150 yards out, and it gave nothing but eyes, ears, and mouth.
Perfect.
And he plugged that thing right in the teeth.
Ooh.
And got the double, thankfully. And I said,
That's why we don't
JP,
count, guys. We wolf.
I said, JP, what happened? He goes, I didn't even know you were there.
I blacked out, guys. I blacked out.
He's like, I had tunnel vision.
I didn't even know that I was hunting with anybody else. I didn't.
That's why we do the wolf. And like Jeremy and Nick were here last time.
Yeah.
Great guys. They're north of us, and they count, and what they practice it, and we practice too.
Yeah.
There's too much suspense in the fucking 3-2-1 for me. It's just too much. Like
when you
we have a plan. They come out. When they wolf, if you ain't firing, sorry.
Yeah, you woof, they check up,
Boom.
bang.
You guys would probably hunt very well with JP, because he doesn't even woof.
I like to stop them. I'm not
Just
trying
don't
to
even
do
get it.
runners. I hate
Yeah.
runners. Because then, then the mag dumps start, and it's expensive.
And then you have a 3-round mag you're trying to reload in the dark.
Yeah. Or if you lose it or forget it, you're trying to single load a fucking round into a bolt gun with no mag in it. You know anybody who can do that?
Yeah, I did. And I was on that one when you shot,
Yeah,
so
was
I was
quick.
ready.
It was quick.
I was ready.
I gave you credit. I was like, I ain't fucking around, man. I got 10
Crosshair
rounds.
was on it, and bang from my right. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
I was
Ain't
on
quick
it.
enough, homie.
That's who went out 2 weeks ago with Garrett, and called in the family of pups, and we're picking these things off, and I'm like, I have video from the knock picks, and I'm just laughing in the middle of taking these dogs out. I'm like, just let them calm down for a second. They don't know what's going on right now.
Oh my
And
goodness.
he's like, I can't. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I'm out of ammo. I'm like, what do you mean you're out of ammo? He's like, I only had 5 rounds in that mag,
Oh,
and
no.
he's running a bolt gun.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't have any more? He's like, I got him in the truck. He's like, I don't remember last time I needed 5 rounds on a stand.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, all right, well, just hold on a minute. Ow, pop. I said, the old 22 ARC took care of her.
Yeah, I gotta say, I am always over prepared in that regard. I always
Me also,
carry
yeah.
2 mags. I probably have 4 boxes of bullets in my bag. Like, there's
Keep
no
a
way,
box in the
no
truck.
way I'm gonna shoot that many rounds in a
But
month,
just in
let
case.
alone one night.
Yeah.
And I'm always over prepared because I've heard the stories from Carl. Like,
Yes.
got out there.
JP and I were lined
emptied
up.
a
We
mag.
were lined up pretty good
Yeah.
until I went and bought a 22 ARC.
You jumped
Yeah, I'm
on
a-
that bandwagon,
I'm
huh?
a 22 to 50 guy. Jeremy's
Um,
too hard.
Yeah. I'm very happy with it.
Yeah.
Very happy with it. And I see all these guys post online, that, oh man, I got runners.
Oh God. Here we
You
go.
better learn how to aim.
Shot.
Like, yeah, shot placement.
Yeah,
I've seen runners with
I-
243s, man.
I have not had one runner with that 22 ARC yet. It is a leveler. JP, how fast were the winds that night that I popped that dog? I mean,
What, over at my aunt's farm?
Yeah,
Oh,
mean,
God, it was like
30
25.
miles an hour. Yeah, 30 miles an hour. I put the crosshairs on, pulled the trigger, and all I heard was the pop.
Yeah. Oh, the lovely sound, the thud.
Yeah, I ran Jeremy likes the AR. I had an AR. I had nothing but problems with it, and it's one of them deals where you get, no pun intended, gun shy. And if you don't have confidence in your equipment, you're not going to kill anything with it.
Nope.
And I went back to a bolt gun. I shoot a Ruger American in 22 250, and I shoot them 50 grain Hornet AV Max, and I've got 0 complaints. Like I said, I keep my fur, so I try not to blow up fur. And every dog that I, knock on wood, have shot with that gun, I've hit in a vital area, and they have not taken a step.
It's a great caliber.
not one.
22 250 is a great caliber.
Yeah,
I think.
and we have to keep those bolt guns so that we can hunt New York, JP.
Yes,
Yeah.
Because our setups are not compliant for Governor Hochul.
I don't know
Yeah.
anything about that stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I keep them on the straight and narrow. Don't worry about
Oh
it.
yeah, completely straight and narrow.
You guys, TJ, your gun's threaded, isn't it?
Yes.
But Josh, yours is not.
No, it's not.
Sorry, that's going to be a prerequisite when you come to Pennsylvania. You're gonna have to
Yeah. Can you know anybody who can thread a barrel? Because we.
We don't have anyone around here.
Oh my God, yeah,
I just had one
absolutely.
done last week. I've got
Yeah,
I've
Yeah,
got 3
guys.
suppressors. Jeremy's got 3 or 4.
3. Yeah,
I fell
So you
into
got-
a hole, a rabbit hole. So I scored a chassis in town, super close, like 2 minutes up the road, and I scored an MDT chassis for my Ruger American Predator,
oh, very nice.
Which one? Which
Uh,
chassis?
the field stock.
Okay. Yeah.
So which is what Josh runs the Oryx. Was going to get the field stock. That was the one I was going to pick.
Mm-hmm.
It was a sweet deal. I went up and met the guy. He opened the box. It was like brand new. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll take it. So I come back, put the gun together, and then I start watching MDT videos. And they did a comparison with the Ruger American, but it was in 6.5 with a completely bone stock gun to a gun with a chassis and a muzzle brake. Now, it's a 6.5, so I get it. It barks and hops. A 223 does not really hop that much. But if I can take my minimal hop and turn it into negative, I really don't see where that's 100% beneficial.
Oh,
So,
absolutely.
being that my barrel is threaded, I ordered a fucking muzzle brake. I have not fired it yet. It's all put together and set up. I just haven't had time, and the plates aren't in the range right now because it's hay season. So, but I'm gonna. So I fell into this, rabbit hole of. So I start looking at other calibers and it's shit you don't think of because growing up deer hunting, I started out with a 243 Savage 110, an old one. So it's the long action.
One of the best deer calibers ever invented.
Yep, I hunted with 100 grain hollow points, and that son of a bitch will hop, So and I'm not like a gun guru, okay? So I never even thought about this until I saw this video, and I'm like, son of a bitch, they're right. Even so, it's a 223 and it doesn't hop that much, but it still hops. So if I can get rid of that completely, and here's the proof with these two comparisons, I'm fucking doing it.
Yeah. Well, and that's even like the suppressor. I shoot a 22-250, which is not a really super heavy, round, obviously. But even with the suppressor, it just deadens the recoil. It deadens the hop, and obviously, the sound reduction, goes without saying. But
they should just legalize them here for us for that fucking reason. We would have there would be half. I have friends in law enforcement. They tell me when they get calls for gunshots at night, they call me, especially during season. Like, hey, are you here? Are you around there? I'm like, yeah, it was us. Okay.
What the hell are you guys doing tonight?
Right. It's like, so, but you get those people, and like, I say if they would let us, make us put it on our pistol permit.
Yeah.
We already have background checks. Let it be documented. I don't care. If that's what she wants to know what color the stripes are in my underwear, fine. She can fucking know. I don't care. We're doing it for the public. But automatically, see, that's the ignorance in the politics, is they think it's fucking John Wick. It is not like that at all. The guns still make noise, and even unless you're running subsonic ammo, and they're still noisy with subsonic ammo, doesn't matter. It's the whole bad gun thing. And
well, never say never, because they just passed Sunday hunting repeal after 150 years in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, we never thought that we would see that.
I couldn't believe that. I saw that, and I was like, you couldn't hunt on Sunday in fucking Pennsylvania?
No.
Why?
No. Because it's hunting's bad.
Why?
It's the day of rest. It's the Lord's day of rest.
In Rhode Island, you can't buy alcohol on Sundays.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, I better get on Saturday night then.
Yeah. Well, that's a requirement, Josh, is you're going to have to thread your barrel or put you on one of our guns.
Yeah.
We've been searching, so if anybody is listening and is like in New York State and can do some gunsmithing, we need to thread a Tika, because Josh wants to get a muzzle brake.
I would like to put a brake on mine.
Because he fell into the rabbit hole too.
Well, not necessarily.
If you get us those barrels, it will be handled.
Okay. Well, it might.
If you can get a gunsmith to break your barrel off your receiver, or worst case scenario, ship your receiver down to one of the FFLs near us.
Yeah.
My guy does it. I think Jeremy's guy charges $100. My guy by me, it's $120.
What's the lead time on that?
Well, I'm sure you'll have it back before fucking October.
Well,
he did mine in a week and a half.
Yeah.
My guy does barrel threading. He threads barrels all on one day of a week to set up his tooling.
Yeah.
So he does them all at one shot. So I think he does it.
Because if he's going to set a lathe up to do it, then why not?
Yeah, I think he does it every Monday or something. I just had one done when I had that 17 built.
I was sending a boatload of them down there.
Yeah.
Fucking 6.
Is there enough meat on the end of my barrel for it?
Well, I would assume so.
What do you have, Carl? You have the Tika?
No, Josh has a Tika.
Or Josh has a Tika. So I just had a Savage gun, and he had to trim an inch off the end of the barrel. But I have another Savage, the one that Carl's going to buy. He just doesn't know it. He did the same thing with that one.
Sorry, I'm choking.
He don't know he's going to buy it.
It's like surprise sex.
Yeah, Jesus. But he trimmed an inch
That's
off
my
the barrel.
flashlight.
And I shot that. I mean, that gun shoots. That and my Ruger will shoot under half an inch at 100 yards with factory Hornady ammo.
Yeah.
You guys running factory ammo?
Yeah. My neighbor, he hand loads, and I actually bought a 22-250 die for his setup so he could hand load some stuff for me. And I played with different powders, different amounts. I think in 0.2 or 0.3 grain increments, like you're supposed to do. I'm not a reloader, so I'm
Right.
going off what he says. And I did not find. I found a negligible increase, not enough to make it worth having to buy all the brass and the bullets and wait for him to load them for me. It's yes, we're shooting a small target at a coyote or a fox, even smaller, but the factory ammo is so good nowadays that for what any of us are doing out of any relatively accurate rifle is more than enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing.
If my gun shoots half an inch at 100 yards with digital night vision and I don't kill it, that's on me.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we need to hunt. Let's go.
Yeah, well, you come down here and you can pick up your rifle you're going to buy from me, and it's already got a chassis on it, and you're good to go.
Oh, wait, 2.5 hours away?
Well, it's not that far. I can do it. Well, you're up all
It's already
night
threaded,
anyway.
too.
I'm not saying that we couldn't do it. I'm just...
Yeah, well, so your season is right now? Is what you're telling me?
No, we don't. Our season doesn't end.
Oh.
Pennsylvania's 24/7, 365.
So you guys have hunted during...
Well, they were out last week.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like Garrett
Garrett and I went out. So I would love to, and so would JP, but unfortunately for both of us, this is our busy season with life and reality.
Right.
And
because we don't get paid to shoot fucking coyotes, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, I'm working. I'm working 80, 100 hours a week. Just like you are.
Right.
Like you guys are busy too. But yeah, I could be out right now. Actually, Garrett is texting me during the podcast here, and are you done yet? Are you done yet? Because he's out hunting. Oh. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm going to bed because I have to get up at 6 and go to work, But yeah, we don't, our season doesn't end. We went out 2 weeks ago. We cleared out some pups and saved a couple deer. And
yeah, our problem too is, like, I was actually texting Jeremy about this the other day. A lot of I'm not a farmer, so Carl, you would know better. But I mean, it's always 1 year's beans, next year's corn, right? So this year, a lot of the stuff that I have is corn. So right now, corn's
I don't know why. It's even worse shit.
2-3 feet tall, and it's even if I don't hunt in the summer because I keep my fur. The fur is shit this time of year. Yeah. It's hot. There's bugs. I don't want to do it. I got other things to do. But even if I wanted to, I'd be pretty limited on where I could.
You need where fresh cut hay fields, man. Your farmer's got to be your best friend. You find out where he's cutting, go there that night. Because
get him out there mousing.
Oh, yeah, because I cut a couple fields. I mean, it's supposed to rain. I'm so close to being done with first cutting, and I'm fucking over it, and I want to go on vacation with my kids before they have to go back to school. So I went out and cut this afternoon. I guarantee you there's coyotes in those fields right now. I jumped a beautiful buck by the farm. I mean, and it's not the field I was in is close to the house. And I made 3 passes around the fucking field. And the 4th pass, he got up in full velvet, and he was beautiful. And I almost fucking hit him. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. You don't give a shit about your tractor
Nope.
until you get too close.
Yeah, and you know what?
But if you were 400 yards across the field with your bow in your hand trying to tiptoe through there, he'd be out.
Right. Well, because they know. They understand that this time of year, they're fine. They're safe. They know when the pressure's on. You know,
as soon as their balls drop.
Yep. But and it's like, what kills me about it is, and I was kind of mad at myself, because I never even fucking saw him laying there. Never even saw him laying there. He stood up, and all I saw was bone and velvet, which is beautiful anyway. And
gives you a little hope.
Yeah. Well, you see, the property, like the farm, there's 2 farms. They're all family. Everybody deer hunts. We we try to manage things well, because back in the day when like I wasn't even around. You're talking like when my dad was a kid. They shot deer to live. Okay, so Grandpa would shoot 10 or 15 deer. He just did. That's how they fucking ate.
Yeah,
so
it's time to eat.
Right. He had 8 kids. You know what I mean? Like, he had a lot of people.
Apparently had no cable.
Right. So, but like now and it's great. We all still talk and try to manage it. So, because I want, my kids are still too young, but my nephews hunt, and my cousin's son, he's not even young anymore. I feel like he's a kid, but he's not. I want them to shoot nice bucks. My first buck was a fucking pronghorn 4, because that's all there was.
Yep.
It was still a great buck, and I was super, super blessed to get it. I can take you right to the spot. I know, you know what I mean? It's like one of them things that you just never forget. But like now, we, even here, we shot 2 nice bucks off the property off this farm where my house is. And, I'm starting to get trail cam pics, man. Now that everything's cut. We got a couple nice shooters coming around. And you know what? Even my buck that I shot last year, if I never saw him, I'd have been fine with it. I would have been totally fine with it. Like, live another year. Look how far he's come now. If you could get another year or 2 out of him. Because that's what it's all about. You want to shoot something with some bone on its head.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I like deer meat. I eat deer meat. It's great. I do not eat coyotes. But I also raise beef cows. So if I get that fucking hungry, I'll have filet mignon. Yeah. And I just got to walk out in the pasture and poke the fucking deer.
I got to tell you, I went to, I apologize. I cannot remember the name of the hunting club. But I went to a beast feast in upstate New York.
When?
It was like just 2 months ago.
And you didn't tell nobody you were coming?
I couldn't get tickets, bro. It's like select few. One of my friends' friends gets the tickets, and you're only allowed so many tickets per member.
But you could have stopped by and had a bourbon with me.
I wasn't that close. Trust me, I would have been. I've been like, listen, we're hunting tonight. But anyway, we went
illegal,
up there. They had. Sorry, you're breaking up. They had coyote empanadas.
Did you do it?
They were outrageously
Just tell
delicious.
me.
Outrageously delicious. Delicious.
I don't know.
Ryan's ate it too.
I know. It's still
I'm looking for a new
dog.
partner. Getting
It's
you guys
still a
there.
dog. Dirty
Yep.
ass bottom feeder. That's like eating a fucking pigeon. Do you realize pigeons eat garbage?
I bet the back of your truck still stinks.
It does. And I got a new truck. I got a new truck, and it's I bought a diesel so that way it doesn't cost me as much to come up and hunt with you.
I thought you were going to tell me you had a sleeper on it.
No. But I did get a new truck, but the kill box is in there and it still stinks. Yeah.
Yeah, I took the cap off mine. I had to. So I undressed mine in the springtime because the back of that fucking thing is so wretched.
It'll make you
Putrid.
gag. Oh,
Putrid.
even when it's super cold out, it'll make you gag.
My best fucking story is when, I don't know, we hunted that tournament. I went to a car wash. This was before I had the cap. I go to a car. I was like, I gotta wash this fucking truck. Like, it's like I'm trying to take care of it, do the right thing. And the dude is there working on the fucking laser wash because it was giving him problems. And he leaves the door open.
I know where it's going.
He leaves the door open. I drive in, it starts. And then the blood starts pouring out of the back of the truck. And I'm watching this fucking guy's face in the mirror. And I'm like, oh my God. Then I remember, there's a dog back there still. I washed a dead dog. So this dude's looking, and it starts red fucking rain right out the back of the, on the
He's
back.
reaching
Right.
for his cell phone.
Dude's looking at me.
911.
The face, and if he listens to me, bro, the look on your face was fucking priceless. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I'm looking in the mirror, looking at his face, and I look down at the wheel, and you can see it pouring out of the back of the truck. Like fucking wine. And I'm like, I just wonder what he's thinking. I just really wonder. So I get my truck washed and I drive away and not nothing. Now, is he sitting there like, man, I should really call the fucking cops? But that was the cleanest dead coyote you've ever seen in your life.
That one probably didn't stink anymore.
Oh my God. Then
Probably a good thing that plate number was covered up by blood.
Yeah, it was fucking bad. But now I bought that cap out of the junkyard here because I want my, we put our guns in cases. But, when it gets shitty, our tripods are there, our gear's there, we try to keep it dry. And plus, I just hate, crunchy snow in the back of your truck when you're trying to get your guns out. And everything is safe then. Everything is dry and safe, and it's just easier that way. But now in the springtime, I got to take it off because
Even with the bin.
Yeah,
I could build you a kill box for your back of your truck.
you should.
Yeah.
You should definitely build. I am not a carpenter. You give me a piece of wood, I throw it in my boiler.
We're two down. JP's built two now. He built his first, and he built mine. And I think we know where all the flaws are now. Yours should probably be perfect.
Yeah, yours would come out really nice.
Well, get on it. It's an 8-foot bed, 2,500.
I've got it wired with I got like a little Amazon electric panel with USB ports, and it plugs right into my trailer 7-pin for constant power. I can charge batteries going down the road. It's,
wow.
Yeah,
My man.
This thing's set up.
I want one.
efficiency. You gotta be. I mean, we joke about it, but I mean, that's a lot of being successful is being efficient, knowing where all your having everything ready, having what you need, be able to get. It's kind of like we don't really hunt that many tournaments, but it's like tournament hunting. Like minutes matter, right? So like if you're trying to go out for the night and you're like, I want to go here, 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 and here, and all these spots, you got to have all your shit together to do it effectively.
I really miss. We only did 2 tournaments, but it was a fucking gauntlet both times. But I miss it.
It was a lot of fun. Oh yeah.
You're like I'm like, all right, honey, tournament starts, fucking Thursday night. I'm gonna hunt until Stewart's opens, and then I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna sleep. And I don't. I come home and then I, eat something and go to the farm because I have animals. So plus we do excavation. I have work to do. I have dump trucks to work on. So, it turns into a whole thing, but, like, super lucky to have a wife that understands.
Mm-hmm.
That's also an important part, is just as much as being efficient, having a wife that understands.
Especially when you have kids. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get this even, like, now. It's hay season and, and it's busy season with the digging, and I don't see him much. So, tonight, we were late getting on. I was working on a friend of mine. Well, the fur girl, she farms too, and one of her tractors is broke, and she begged me, she was like, can you please come look at it? And I'm like, well, I'm just busy, but I'll try, So I cut some hay tonight, and I was there till fucking 8:30, 9 o'clock trying to get it going for her, and I got to order some shit, but that's why I'm late tonight. It's like, so I try to spend as much time as I can with the kids, and that's what makes predator hunting work.
Exactly.
You know, like in the winter, October, they come home, we have dinner, we watch, play a board game or watch a fucking movie, or I just spend all night yelling at them, whatever comes up, and they go to bed. The wife goes to bed. My father's asleep. All my bosses are asleep, so I can have some me time.
Yeah.
And,
Whether you have somebody or not, like, you're out.
right.
It's time to go.
Time to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I hunted. I mean, last year, not this past season, but the season before. I mean, I was out at minimum 3-4 nights a week from October through February, and then my son was born in August, so I had a an infant over this past season, so I didn't get out quite as much as I.
Yeah, but that'll get easier as they get older.
But it gets easier as they get older.
Way easier when he can carry the coal.
That too.
Mine are not. They're close.
The trick with that is keeping him awake.
Right. We've had, like, Chip brought his boy Logan, and we were hunting one night, and it got, he was in a fucking snowsuit, super loud. And it got quiet, and, we're just doing our thing, and it's dark. And Chip keys the mic, and he goes, "Hey, guys, look over here where I'm standing." And Logan was on the snow.
Pass the fuck out, dude.
Sleeping. We had to carry his tripod and his gun back so he could carry his son back. Then we go to another spot. We left him in the fucking truck sleeping.
That's it. JP has to do that to me all the time.
Yeah, I know. I took a buddy out last year. He's a cop, so he works really weird hours and and shifts, and I wanted to take. I've known him since we were kids, and he's got a 12-year-old son, Josh and Bryce, and Bryce wanted to go out in the worst way, so I had him come up. I've got 3 guns, I got 3 tripods, I've got 3 scans, I got everything in 3s. So they came up on like a Tuesday night in January or February, and it was when we had them. I mean, I'm sure you guys had it too. It was when we had that like couple week stretch where it was like in the teens every night, and it was a Tuesday night. Weather was perfect, the wind was perfect, but it was just cold. And they came up, and we got out about 7 o'clock, something like that, 6:30, 7 o'clock. And I mean, and this kid, I will give him all the credit in the world. With the last stand we did was at just after 1 o'clock in the morning, and the truck thermometer said -11.
Yeah, that's cold. We've been there.
And yeah, and he stuck it out, and I had him. I was targeting Fox because I wanted him to have a good experience. Get on something. Not that we couldn't have got on dogs, but I knew we could get on Fox, and he shot 2 fox. He shot the biggest fox I've ever seen. Unfortunately, it had mange, but it was like 15.8 pounds.
Holy
it was big.
Shit, dude!
Wow,
Yeah, it was.
That's a monster.
He's 12, and I mean, this thing, him holding it up, it's about as long as he gets tall.
Biggest we ever shot is like 12, 11 and a half, 12 pounds. I think Cousin Chip shot it.
Yeah.
I shot a female in public last year that was 14.8.
Holy shit!
That's my fox, and she had no teeth left.
Because females are smaller, guys.
Yeah, exactly. She also had not much fur left because I shot her with a 22-250 at about 80 yards.
We find some pretty big fox out here. I shot an 11-pound gray female.
That's
last
even
year.
big.
For a gray, it's huge.
Because grays are small.
Yeah.
I don't know what that.
Coyotes are probably. I mean, what do you say the average coyote we shoot is, Jeremy? 35 pounds?
30. Yeah, 35. Yeah.
What's your biggest?
My
47.
That's a big one. Female or male?
Male.
I killed 2 males in North Carolina that were 42 apiece. 42-1 and 42-3, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, the smallest one I killed. So Jeremy and I hunted one tournament last year.
Want to talk about your smallest one, Josh? No.
I just sent you pictures. I just sent you guys pictures tonight of my smallest ones.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw those.
We hunted a tournament last year,
Mine was
and
a little bigger than that.
we won heavy dog with a 40-pound complete mange dog.
Really?
And then, yeah.
Oh yeah, and they barely had a hair on it.
Yeah. I missed. They had 2 side pots, heavy dog and lightest dog, and I missed lightest dog by like 0.3 of a pound. I had like a 28.2 pound female, or something like that.
That's about right for us there, Jeremy.
Yeah. That one that we won the tournament with heaviest dog, that was the one I was telling you guys that Garrett shot in the teeth when it poked its head up over. And yeah, man, he didn't have a hair on him.
Might have been a little heavier if you left all the teeth in his mouth.
Yeah.
You should talk. You shot that bobcat. You fucking gave him an oral exam.
Yeah, a little oral surgery. On the
Oh, yeah,
bobcat.
you guys. So that was something I wanted to ask you. You guys have a fair amount of cats up there, don't you?
Yeah. I keep
I
all
wanna
my
shoot-
furs too.
I want to shoot a cat in the worst way, so we need to make that happen.
They are okay. So
They're elusive.
they're elusive.
They're
as a
here.
motherfucker.
Oh,
They
here
are-
we go, JP.
No, I
Here
mean,
comes the stories.
no, I mean they just so like a fox. You know, you turn a rabbit on, fox shows up. So like we get cats after we've been on stand for a while.
Yeah.
If you continuously play a lot of prey distress, they will show up. They just move a lot slower and respond a lot slower. They don't run in like that.
No.
No.
The cat will come in and sit and look, and you might not see them, and they'll just sit and look and look
The one that I shot was
in
just,
the mouth.
They'll stare right at you.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah. The one I shot was just sitting in the brush line,
We just had eyeballs.
and the one you shot over at the farm was just chilling.
Yep. Come
Right.
out, sat down, just sitting there. Didn't even like you're scanning, and like, oh, what is that? That's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. All of a sudden, there's heat there.
Yeah, and like they don't bound in. You know what I mean? Like a coyote.
No.
They don't do that. They walk straight in till they get where they still have cover, and they sit and they watch. And
See,
in
that's
hopes
another
that you can
difference.
see 'em.
That's another difference that we have is you guys you can go out every night and shoot a bobcat if you see it.
Oh yeah, I keep
We
the
have one.
bobcats. I love them.
We have to buy a tag,
Oh really?
So
And we have
we-
it
one per year.
Really?
2 weeks for them in January. I think it's January. Like the dates change every year, but it's like the 7th to the 21st. It's
You
like
want
a
to
2
shoot
week.
a
like-
bobcat? Go out and just play rabbit for fucking 40
Play
minutes.
the rabbit.
40 minutes.
And
just
don't shoot the fox when it comes in.
right.
Oof.
Well, they're suppressed, so they blink.
Well,
on.
Yeah, true.
guess we're not going to see any bobcat.
That's gonna be a tough one. I got
Well,
this
if you
new-
guys are running cans, you should be fine. You should be able to poke, them, leave it, and move on. I had a
No, you don't understand. You have not fox hunted with JP.
no. JP hasn't fox hunted with me.
Like you turn the remote on, and as soon as you see the flash and the fox comes in, and you go, "Oh, look, there's bang!"
Right. Hey, you're out there to do a job, and he does a job.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep. Exactly.
You can't really knock him for that. We're a little bit like, I don't want to. We're more cautious in the beginning because we can't shoot the bobcats and the foxes.
Yeah.
But see,
Yeah.
if we had here, we have a decent dog population. If you go to central and western PA, it's a lot higher. And from what I know, just by listening to you guys and talking to you guys and what you see, I believe you guys have a better dog population than we do on the eastern side of the state.
Maybe
So
not
if I
after last year though.
if I had that, I would not be quite as trigger happy on Fox probably, but I want to shoot shit. So
Well, here's an
That's
idea,
understandable.
and I'm not. Yeah, we're not knocking you for that at all. Bait piles, guys. Like if you want to get a cat, that's the way to do it.
Really?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, cats show up here all the time.
Yeah, I've never thought about asking any of my farms if I could put
You
a
need a bait.
roadkill.
You need a bait pile that you can put surveillance on, something you can get to without making a bunch of noise or trucks pulling up. My bait pile is outside my house, so you know, I can move right out there, be on target without making unless the kids follow me out the door. If my son's like, what's out there, Dad? And it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Bait pile's an idea. And then, like, if you go on, I can't remember his website, and Dennis is probably going to hang me for it. He has bait pile ideas, and he's a fucking genius with bait pile ideas. Like the meatsicle, Brian brought one down and made one. It was just he shot a doe and put the scraps and the deer leg in a bucket, filled it with water, put it outside, and froze it. And you pop it out, tie it. I tie mine off so they can't drag them. And that fucking meatsicle, that lasted forever here. And they were, I think, Josh, you shot a fox off the meatsicle.
Yeah.
And, we get a lot of road kills. Like Steve, he'll call me. I got a car deer. I'm like, okay. And he writes me a tag for it, and I take it. And it goes on the bait pile. And that way, you can maybe pattern one. A cat will keep coming back to a bait pile. Will visit it frequently. Because any predator is opportunistic. So if you have a spot that meets that kind of criteria. I mean, even like Dennis talks about you take a hay bale and put corn under it so it draws the mice.
Yeah.
So if you got a ton of mice there, and like even on my bait pile, I get a ton of field mice. They chew on the bones.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. What's the name of it?
Thepredatorhunter.com.
Yeah.
Is Dennis's website.
So Dennis was here for the live with Brian. He's a great guy. I met him through my brother-in-law. They used to work at the same company. My brother-in-law does not work there anymore. But got introduced that way. Dennis sent me a message. You talk about the friendships and the people you meet. He sent me a message, said, hey, your brother-in-law said you're into coyote hunting. I am too. Good luck. Let's collaborate. And, everything went from there. And Dennis writes books on predator hunting. So, I mean, he's very, very knowledgeable person. So, like, even if you go on his website, he's got, like, plans for bait piles. It might be something you might want to try,
Yeah.
And just, even if you just monitor it, just to see what you got, you might be surprised.
Well, that's the thing. It's same thing. We have a population of bobcat. We have a hunt, so you can trap bobcats in PA. I don't know if I think it's still only one, or maybe you can trap two. I'm not 100% sure, but
that's just one per year.
Is it just one? The trapping season's like a month and a half long, but the hunting season's only 2 weeks long. And like Jeremy said, you have to buy a tag for it. So,
we have to tag ours too.
If you trust the Game Commission and their analysis, that tells you that there's a huntable population, but not a ton of them around. So it's a matter of finding a property where they are.
It was like that here years ago when I was a kid. I remember you never saw one. Now we see them all the time.
Yeah.
It's like turkeys. Turkeys were out for a while. The turkey population was like decimated. Now we have tons. We have tons of turkeys.
Well, that's the one predator crew that's taking care of the turkey population in the local area.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, and you're making a joke about it, but like our landowners I have communicated with, do all the time. A lot of them are farmers, friends of mine. That's, how I got a lot of properties. And what we're doing is working. So, and like properties like 2 years ago that we shot a lot of dogs on, we didn't shoot shit on this year. Mm-hmm. And then we gained some new ones and shot a bunch there. And that is the main goal of this. I started hunting coyotes because I had an issue with predators on my farm. So that's where even the, you joke about the name. That's where it came from.
Yeah.
I decided that on my land there's only room for one predator, and that's me. So, and when I was thinking about names, I'm like, that's it. And Rusty was like, well, that sounds kind of fucking creepy, but, I'm like, well, whatever. I mean, that just is what it is, but that's and I would never
not
change
like
it.
Podcast is presented by Megan's Law or anything like that.
Yeah.
One predator.
Right.
Different.
Right. But that's where it comes from. It's like, we're out there to do a job. A job we don't get paid for. So if any of our landowners are listening, we take donations.
Equipment.
And we had the same we had the same issue like you just mentioned though. Like we had these hot spots that we knew we were going to go there and we were going to see dogs, and almost every one of them this year was dead
because of your presence.
Yeah, and then we hit these other spots, and I'm like, ugh, we're not gonna see a fucking thing here, dude. And
Josh is nodding his head.
A minute and a half in, we're shooting dogs.
Yep.
Like,
that's how it was for us, man.
Oh yeah, we
had a spot last year that we went to it, 4 times, and we saw dogs every single time.
Every time.
The one where Jeremy paralyzed it and it almost bit me in the dark.
We named that the honey hole.
Yeah. And this year, I think we saw, one fox?
We saw one fox there. We didn't see any coyotes. And we know they're there. But then there was another aspect to it. The neighbors who have that rented or sold that piece of property that neighbors it, and they put up a dog kennel. So, and I know it sounds crazy, but it totally
we hunt
changed.
By a fucking vet.
It changed the dynamics of our stand.
Yeah.
And we would usually go in there during coyote season and let off a boom lone line howl or something, something loud, get their attention. We can't do that now. We have to start off with something subtle, because if we let out a howl right away, those asshole dogs are going crazy. I'm like,
and now you have to check for collars.
Yeah. Well, no, it's all fenced in, but it just changed the whole dynamics of that stand.
Yeah. No,
we got one like that. It's a turkey farm. They have Great Pyrenees. 8 of them. 8 of these giant white fucking dogs. If you howl when you go there, it's insane. Because they know their job.
Yeah.
And those dogs are kept outside 24/7. And I'll text the guy. I'm like, hey, I'm coming over. Okay, well, the dogs are here. They're in the fenced in area. You're fine. And I'm like, well, I don't really want to fucking howl because
you don't want to get them all worked up, start barking and scaring.
And the neighbors they come out, the lights are on, and it's another tight one.
Yeah.
There's actually a guy a fur guy that I met did some hides for me and made me some hats. Joel, I kind of gave it to him, and he bought a night vision scope and was starting to play around with it, and he traps. And he's been super successful there with the traps, which is great.
Yeah.
And he can go in there, and again, we're out there to do a job. So he's out there, he's putting footholds out, he's catching dogs, the landowner's happy, and I'm fine with giving a spot up like that. It goes back to that. I'm like, dude, it is all yours. It's tough for me to hunt. It's tough for me, even to stress. Now, it's a turkey farm. So what are you going to play?
Dying turkey.
Dying turkey.
Dying turkey.
Turkey,
Play the
pheasant,
rabbit. Play the rabbit.
Chick, any of that stuff. Is it effective? 100%.
Yeah.
Does it raise alarm to the dogs that are there? And then you don't want to confuse them either. You know what I mean? Because they're there to do a job. So you don't want to like put false, the boy who cried wolf in their head, because then they're no longer doing their job, and I don't want to do that to them.
Yeah.
You know? So
all these properties have nuances. It's part of the game, and some places, it's well, you can do this, but you can't do that, or the landowner wants you to do this, but not that. I mean, we've got farms that you can shoot dogs, but not fox. You can shoot fox, but not dogs. And you got to respect the landowner wishes, what they want. I've got one spot that he don't want me to shoot the fox because they eat the mice that eat his blueberry bushes, and you can throw a piece of bubble gum and hit a fox on any given night that you're there.
Oh, those are the tough ones.
Which it tortures me as a.
I can just fucking imagine.
It's hard. It's really hard for me to stay disciplined, but I've got that new 17 that I built. I'm itching to get that on some fox here this season.
It would look really good with an East 50 on top of it.
Well, luckily I've got a partner that's got one, so I can't wait for you to drop it.
There's a new listener out in California.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The Soft Mountain lady Amber just texted me, said she is listening to the last episode.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, I picked up a listener for you guys today. I got a buddy Matt in Delaware that I hunt with that just started doing this with me, and I texted him and.
Does he hunts coyotes in Delaware?
So he just started doing it like with me, using all my stuff last year. He came up. So I go to North Carolina every year to hunt dogs for a weekend in January, and he went with me 2 years ago, and then this past winter and fall he came up to PA twice, and then went to North Carolina with me. So he bought, he had a 17 HMR, he bought a 22 250, he bought a Spectrum. So he
went shopping.
He's I don't want to say he's getting his feet wet, but he's up to his knees in the pool.
Oh, fuck yeah. Just wait.
Waist deep.
Yeah. So it's funny, he came up last year and he hunted, and I texted Jeremy, I said, hey, my buddy Matt's coming up. I said, I want to take him out. When you take someone out, you want to make sure that they get a good experience. We can't. It's hunting. You can't control it, but you want to do the best you can. So I told Jeremy, I said, let's take him out. We'll take our guns obviously, but let's call and let's try to hit some of our better spots. And we got him on a lot of. We didn't call any dogs. We got him on a lot of fox. And he'd never. And if you never night hunted, if you never looked in a digital scope, if you never hunted at night, it's even if you're a seasoned hunter, it's a lot to figure out your first time.
Sure.
And he shot
smitten.
Yeah, he shot at what, 6, 7 fox?
Yeah. Yeah, we finally got one at the end of the night.
Yeah, we finally got one at the end of the night, and then on this any scope, but the Spectrum obviously it recoil activate video, so it's all this shit's video. So the next day I open the app and I download all these videos, and I'm watching all the misses to see what he did wrong. And the first thing he did wrong was he forgot that there was a zoom feature. So he's shooting a fox at like 125 yards on 3 power. And I'm like, dude, crank that thing up. But all these videos, at the end of every single one of them, you hear pow, and you go, fuck. And then the next one, pow, oh, fuck. of every single one that he missed. So I told him that, I said, I'm going doing this podcast tonight. And, he said, episode 38, boom, fuck.
there you go.
But yeah, he's going to be a new listener out of the state of Delaware.
All right.
Well, that's cool. We appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
So
I definitely want to get one of them soft mounts done. That's gonna, and I got plenty of furs hanging.
Yeah, right.
To do such thing that are taxidermy ready. Because all mine, like the fur girl takes mine. If I'm going to keep it, I'll tell her, I want that one back. And you can, she does them so they are anything hanging on any of these walls you can take and put over a mold. Just the way it is. So I'm definitely interested in that.
Nice.
That's why I go work on her tractor and her hay equipment. So I'm like, she tries to hand me money. I'm like, what are you, crazy? Don't do that. Just put it on my tab.
Take it off the tab. Oh, shit.
Well, anyway.
Well, I just sent you all of her information for Amber at Stuffed Animals with a Z. So you will have it.
Yeah, I already liked her page on Facebook. So.
Oh, he's ahead of me. I turned my phone on silent. I'm tired of it ringing today.
Well, when we were talking about it earlier, that was the thing I showed you, the pricing there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in getting one of those. I just like fucking with people, so if I can put one on the couch, yep. Happening. My wife's going to love it.
You're snuggling up with that at night, not her.
Yeah. But she, that again, I'm super, super blessed. She takes all my skulls back. She wants, me to do some kind of shadow box with them or something. I keep telling her, honey, I can't do shit with wood. Like, if you can buy it off Amazon, go for it. Because I just throw wood in the wood stove.
Do you think she saved that fox skull that I shot out here?
The one
the capped.
You capped its head off?
Yeah. Because that'd be yeah, that'd be fun to get back. Just the hole
with the hole in its head. Yeah. I don't know. I'd have to ask her. I'm pretty sure
you guys put up a lot of numbers up there too, and you get some really. I've seen some of the dogs you shoot; they're beautiful. She's always looking for good hides too.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So it's another option. Whether, yeah, of course. It's another option for all of us that are out there listening. You get a good hide.
Because I see on her website it says like you don't have to provide one. Yeah. Like she can provide one for you.
Correct.
Sure. You say it like that. We did our right. I think there's guys out there who do way more than we do.
Mm-hmm.
But I am gonna pat us on the back. We shot a lot of fucking dogs.
Yeah, we did. We got quite a few coyotes.
And only because of where we came from to where we are now.
Right.
That's huge. The equipment, I tell people all the time, like, we post all the positives.
Right.
You know how many nights we stand out there?
Freezing our dicks off.
And don't see a fucking thing?
Yeah.
Yep. Well, that's I part of the reason that I got hooked onto your podcast and like it is, obviously that, we can all joke and have a good time, but I also see the progression of you guys very similar to myself, like how I started and kind of where I'm at. And for all of you guys, your group to go out and kill, what'd you kill? Almost 50 dogs last year?
58.
58? Okay. It was almost 60. So that to me is well,
that's because I got lazy on the last night. I was in bed and fucking tired.
Well, you'll have it. I look at that and I'm like, I can, I or we, Jeremy and I and the guys, we can we're kind of on the same trajectory and learning and, getting to that point to where we're putting up. And I don't really care. Not that I really care about the numbers. I just like to hunt. But,
right.
It is an indication of your success of how many you put up. And I almost like hunts that don't work out with a dog in the truck more than the ones that do, because every single failure I can look back at it and say, I know not exactly, they're wild animals, you don't know what they're going to do, but I have a good idea of what I did wrong and how if I had done this, the outcome would have been that. And it's different every time as to how I could have done that better and different. And that's the shit that I enjoy learning and chasing, is understanding where I went wrong in that scenario. So when it happens again, how can I execute it properly?
Yeah, take it as a learning opportunity. So like, all right, this didn't work out for me. What can I learn from it to make you better for the next stand?
We have that all the time. We'll have dogs can't make the shot, don't make the shot, they turn and leave, and I get in the truck mad as a fucking hornet, and Josh is like, well, at least we know what not to do.
Right. Yeah.
And I hate that about him because I want him dead in the truck. But he makes a very valid point. And again, that's why I feel like we say this all the fucking time. Like, if you are going to try this, spend the money on a thermal scanner, get a red light, go out there. Get a good hunting app so you can see, like, the same things like you guys talk about that we deal with. Houses, property lines, all kinds of shit, roadways, that way.
Just the
terrain.
Shit that you cannot see in the dark.
Right.
The wind, our Onyx gives us the wind speed now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we use HuntWise.
Yeah, we use the HuntWise, and that gives us direction, speed, the predictions.
Yeah, they
Right,
go off
yeah.
the barometric pressure, but
Yeah.
I don't even believe all that shit. I mean, and even wind, you can attest to that, I'm sure, is you show up at a spot, the wind's different than what it says it is. But that's because of terrain.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And then and a lot of the learning is, some spots, like, I'm sure you guys do just like we do. You've got spots where you have to hunt it this way. Like, there isn't another option.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But a lot of spots, there's other options. And that goes back to the learning, like, shit, I got busted because I thought the wind was doing this, so I set up here. But in reality, the wind did that, and the dog came from here and went there, and that's what happened. But if I had moved over to here, I would have been successful. And that kind of all goes back into the back of your mind for the next time of, like, well, this is what I did when this wind situation happened last time. Here's where I need to set up this time in order to give myself the best chance of success.
Yeah, we've gotten much better at that too.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm a believer that you need to give them some wind advantage. Yes. You can't hunt them where you're completely downwind of them, because then they don't have the comfort level to appear to make a shot. Yeah. So you need to sacrifice yourself a little bit in order to give yourself the opportunity to bring them in.
Right. You got to have, and Rusty says this, we'd look at the wind and be like, oh, okay, it's across, that's where we want to go. But it's actually shit, because they don't feel comfortable getting in the down, or they can't get in the downwind side, so they won't. They are not stupid.
It's perfect in your head, but you're not in the dog's head. Right. So you got to think, like, what kind of advantage is the dog looking for, and can they get there by doing what you want them to do?
Right. Right.
I don't know. I honestly don't know if I'll ever let the wind deter me again, though, because I've had more than one experience where everything we've been taught and told said stay home and get your ice cream and your bonbons out.
Well, you're talking about wind speed in general.
Yeah, just like, wind speed, not so much the direction of it, but, and I've shot dogs.
Sure.
I've shot dogs pretty fast. Like, I won't let that, I'm not saying it won't be a deterrent, but it won't be a major deterrent.
It's only a deterrent for me because I will not, spend all day in this shit. So even during the winter, I am out all day long. So if I am not having a good time, I ain't fucking doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's good to have. I did learn this much from Brian and Andy. It's good to have a good wind to know it's gonna stay where it's at. So if it's at 6 miles an hour out of the east, it's not gonna change much. You know what I mean? Like a sustained wind. Yeah. Then you can make that work in your advantage. And then I would agree 100% with what you're saying. But like Brian also says, is like, listen, we do this for fun, okay? So we've hunted nights in the negatives. Me and Rusty have had equipment failures because it was so cold.
You and I did too.
Sure.
Right? Yeah. That they, the oils in the guns got so cold that the firing pins gummed right the fuck up. Will it happen? 110%. Yes, it will happen.
Yep, absolutely.
You know, so that's more or less how the weather directs me. And you know, I don't mind going out if it's snowing. Okay? I mean, we hunted tonight. It turned out to be freezing fucking rain, and it was terrible. And the only reason I don't like rain is my equipment is expensive. Okay? I am a blue-collar man. I cannot afford to go out and fuck up thousands of dollars worth of equipment to shoot a coyote that I don't get paid for. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not worth the risk to me. But if we are able and it is decent, I will go. But
yeah, we'll hunt in the snow, but we're not hunting in the rain.
Yeah, rain sucks.
Yeah,
freezing rain sucks.
Even worse.
Unless I hunt the farm in New York, because I got the barn. I just set up in the barn.
Right. So then we have spots. Okay. So we have a couple of spots too that we can get. Well, one in particular that I can think of.
Yeah.
That we can get in cover, and so and I try to stay away from those all week long. So when Josh and the boys are all free towards the end of the week, you know, if I know it's going to be shitty, then we all can go. And like I've said before, I don't have to shoot. I don't care. I will call. I like to call. That's what I like to see the response. Which, I hate to backtrack on this, but you guys use an e-caller. Do you use any hand calls?
You know, I have I'm a gear junkie. I like coyote hunting gear as much as I like coyote hunting, if I'm being honest. Buying shit, trying it, what I like, what I don't like, selling it, buying the next thing. And I have twice bought mouth calls to try. And I'm going to say this, and you're going to want to say something, and then I'm going to say something that'll refute that. When I play them, they sound like dog shit. But listening to you guys talk about the fact that they sound like dog shit, but then you get 100 yards away from them, and they don't, makes me want to potentially lean into it.
Biting my tongue.
I know. I knew you were. That's why I said what I so I think I might try it again. I actually was on Brian's website the other day looking at calls and looking at turkey calls too, and maybe
his turkey calls are fucking phenomenal.
We each have one, and they are very nice.
Phenomenal. I will talk him up, and he loves it when I do, because he'll call me and tell me about, and I will, you know, and I hate to be like that, but when you find, I don't care what you're in, as far as, say, we'll take as like as your job. When you find something that works, okay, you stick with it. Mm-hmm. Plain and simple. Everything he produces works. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I have other calls? Yes. Do we went up and hunted with him and Andy, and my lanyard laid on the table, and Brian was looking at my Randy Anderson howlers.
Yeah.
And he's like, "This is the one you're using, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I use that one quite frequently. I have a skinny reed one and a fat reed one. They're both little howlers." And he was, you know, he measuring shit. You know what I mean? Like, because he knows, like, I like a big reed. You know, like, his reeds are small. You have to use your teeth. I'm a lip guy. It's just the way I am. Can I use his howler? Yes. I have trained myself to. So when I grab his and use his, I know what I'm. But that comes with time in the seat. I mean, that's with anything. I don't care what guns,
practice,
calls, fucking tripods. It doesn't matter. It's time in the seat. But
I don't know. You're still in love with the bog tripod, so
it works, man. It works.
Oh boy, sounds like another episode here.
Well, we're working on 2 episodes right now. It definitely, people, listen, $1,000 tripods probably are better, but $400 tripods work just fine for me. Just fine. Has it broke? Yes. Everything I deal with
$1 more than that.
Right. Everything I deal with in life in my business, in the farm, breaks at some point. Everything has a breaking point. Shit happens. My lucky duck, which they have come through many times with parts, and I am a lucky duck technician. I can fix your lucky duck because I was raised the ways I was, and like if you didn't give it to somebody else to fix, you fixed it yourself. Yeah. So I mean I like my bog. I do. When I got the Infinite, my old tripod is in my gun room, and I use it when I am working on guns because I don't have to carry it. And there's been situations on the bait pile where I can't get my tripod out of the truck, and I have to use the old one, and I'm like, holy fuck, how did I ever carry this fucking thing? Yeah. All those nights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how I am when I grab the bogs.
Right.
Yeah. I will tell you, I had bogs, and I make ball head conversions for them and sell them, and I've converted them, and that's the way to go on a bog is a ball head conversion. And I was very much the same way. I thought, what makes a $700 tripod that much better than by the time it's all said and done, a $250 bog with a ball head, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying you need one to kill dogs. You clearly don't, because you guys pile them up with the tripod. Plenty of other people do too. But there is a noticeable difference when you hunt from a bog, even with a ball head, to a warrior or a two vets or a fat boy. I'm not saying you need to have it. I'm saying there is a noticeable difference in stability, quietness, mobility, adjustability, all of those things.
Speed.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree.
From the time that we closed those doors on the pickup truck to the time we are walking into the field, 45 seconds, a minute tops, and that's with us being quiet and creeping. We open the drawer, tripod folds out because they're on top of the kill box, right? They're already set to our height. We're not pulling legs out and stuff. And those guns lock right in on the tripods, and we're out. They're over our shoulders, and we're gone.
Yeah, you guys carry in the tripod. You're like Brian does. We sling ours still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have I run the Arca plate now on I have a Recon tripod.
Mm-hmm.
And I was running the clamp for a while, and I was like, I'm going to try the Arca plate, and it made that thing even lighter. And it's like,
well, I can do Arca too now.
I have, the
that clamp. That clamp's like
turn.
That clamp's like 2 pounds.
Yeah. It's heavy.
Yeah, it's very heavy.
That's the other thing that new coyote hunters will understand is the shit you have to carry. We've tried it all, like fucking chair bags for our tripods, backpacks for our call bags. I use a duffel bag for the call bag with a shoulder strap. I do not lock in the truck. We sling.
Yes.
But we walk quite a ways.
Yeah.
A lot of guys, some guys don't do that. Like we'll hoof it.
Yeah, we have those stalker slings.
We use a stalker sling.
I gotta say, if you're using a sling and looking to upgrade the stalker, oh my goodness.
So it's a normal sling with the cross strap.
Yeah.
You can do fucking jumping jacks with your rifle on your back.
And that thing ain't going anywhere.
And with the sniper hog lights, the barrels get heavy on the top, and they want to swing around.
Yep.
I switched to a stalker, and I won't go back.
No.
But if somebody wants to send me one of those fancy tripods, I'll try it.
Well, when you come down to PA, I've got 2 warriors. You can hunt off my other one, and I switched to the.
You know how much flack I catch for that fucking bog tripod?
I know,
like a shit ton.
Yeah,
like I'm some kind of antichrist.
It's
just
not
a
that.
fucking tripod.
We both started with the bogs. I had 3 of them, and 3 of them with clamps, and the gun sliding out of the clamp when you're walking across the field or whatever.
Oof.
And then we did with the conversions and went to ball heads. And I tell you,
I really
converted
I
a ball
wasn't a
head.
fan of ball heads. I'll be honest with you. My first night out with a ball head, I was like, "Fuck this thing." But
Well,
I'll tell you what. Now,
Yeah.
you know, being able to change grade and without having to, like, our first bogs, you had to move legs, man.
Oh yeah.
If you had to shoot downhill, you were picking up, spreading leg, and you got good at it.
Yeah, you
it
could
doesn't-
change your axis.
Yeah, but me with a ball head, I just fucking want, and I can do whatever I got to do.
Well, that's what I like about it. I run the Warrior tripod, and it's two sections. Yeah, 2 sections. So it's one twist knob to raise and lower the legs. So like the Bog has like what 3 clamps.
Yep.
The Warrior, it's one twist lock. So I can reach down and turn that lock with a flick of a wrist and raise or lower my leg. But then the biggest thing I switched to is with that tripod, I started using the leveling head, where you tighten it from the bottom. So it's not a ball head where it has a huge range of motion. It's a leveling head where it's like a half bowl. So it still pivots all the way around, but not as much as a ball head, which we don't really hunt a lot of super, super uneven terrain. So it's never like I don't have enough motion. But with that setup, that took some getting used to. But once you get used to reaching up underneath the tripod and twisting the stem a half a turn or a quarter turn to loosen it and then turning it to lock it, it's, I feel, a much more stable platform when it's locked down. And those legs being 2 sections with one lock, it's more rigid because you have less moving components, and the diameter of the legs are bigger because it's only one tube that's got it slide up into, not 3.
Yeah.
Right. Makes sense.
But again, it comes with a price, right? So, like, do you need it? No. Is it, in my opinion, better and nicer? Yes. Well, but is it worth the money? That's up to the end user.
Yeah.
Right. I think Tony uses the 2 vets now. He says the same
Yeah.
thing about it. But that fucking tripod's expensive.
Yeah. It's like,
And I'm all about supporting the vets, man. Like, I get it.
800.
I love that they make it and they are vets, and I would run it just for that fucking reason. But they need to make a tripod that's good for, pole motherfuckers like me. Because I cannot, I just can't. Do
you want to try 2 vets? I have a no name here. I'll send it to you. It's brand new in the box.
a no name?
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
2
model.
vets, that's the model. It's the 2 vets no name. It's brand new in the box, never been used. I'll send it up to you and you can try it out. You're just gonna have to put whatever ball head you want on top of it.
I'll try it, but until I get that sponsorship, I'm sorry, guys.
well, we're gonna need some more followers before we get any sponsors.
we need a lot more.
Yeah.
When you said $100, I'll send you that 22,250 to try too. You can try that.
I don't know. Listen. I know what you're trying to do to me, and I can appreciate that. I am not against it at all.
It's called signal messaging, and it'll pay off eventually.
Well, me and Pierre are the last 2. All of us started out running 223s.
Mm-hmm.
All of us. Me and Pierre are the last 2. We are it. And I don't ever see him change. Now, again, like me and him, we both have other guns that are purposely built for night hunting. But we always stay with her. I love my little bullet. I'm comfortable with it at range. I don't know. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
No,
And I
if you
know,
tell-
and I realize because of all the shit I've talked in the last, what have we been doing this, over a year now?
A year and a half.
Year and a half. I've talked a lot of shit. And everybody always brings it up. Like, oh, you're the guy. And I am. And I will own that. I will wear that shirt. So if I switch, the fucking flack I'm going to get. I just
You're
don't know
stuck now.
I don't know if I'm physically or emotionally stable enough to handle it. I'm going to be honest with you.
Listen, you can buy it and then just tell them it's a Savage Access in 223. I mean, what are they going to do? Check your bullets, see if you're lying?
Well, I pride myself on the fact that I have to be precise. That is part of the high for me.
Whoa.
What? Sorry if you take
Damn.
offense to that.
Ouch.
But I have to be. I do.
As do I.
Well, not necessarily. I need another drink.
Oh, my God. Getting them all fired up. Thanks, guys.
Anyway,
Sorry.
don't be sorry. I love busting his balls. It's my job.
Ball.
Oh shit!
Ball. My bad. Anyway.
We were doing so good.
Anyway. So, back to my original question. You guys really should try some
Was
hand
an
calls.
original question? I forgot.
Try what?
Some hand calls.
Oh, hand calls. Yeah. Well, that was like 20
Yeah.
minutes ago.
Yeah, like spread out.
Yep.
It's gonna sound like shit, but it does. It's just because you're on top of it. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do keep a couple rabbit squealer hand calls in my chest pack, just in the event that you get on a stand and the call dies, or
Oh, sure.
you know, it don't have to be a waste. But yes, I am going to probably spend some money and some time on getting semi-proficient on the mouth calls and try them and see what happens. That's the e-callers are great, but the problem is it's, you know, kind of I like to kind of go to try to place things that other people aren't playing, right?
Mhm.
So like
Only one way to do that.
yeah, MFK is huge on in the sound industry, right? And it's great. They have great sounds with killed dogs on them. They work really well. But when you hunt a high pressure area with a lot of other hunters, chances are they're probably playing the same popular sound files that everybody's downloading. So how can you be different, you know, to try to break that mold of what everyone else is playing?
And that's why.
Yeah, we've done really good switching it up too, right? Like we have almost the entire MFK library, but with that being said, we added BFA and we added some stuff from James Post, from James Bostock, and Tony Tebby has really killed it for us this year, because there were not a lot of guys playing that, and then Tony decided he was going to put out some full stands, and we were like, yeah, screw it, let's try it, and they produced.
Sure.
So we switched it up, and it paid out.
I can agree 100% with the Tony Tabby stuff. Tony sounds are great. Lucky Duck sounds are great too. Rick sounds are amazing. They're all good. They're all good. But it comes down to we hunt pressured areas. Okay? That's what forced us into doing more hand calling and doing more vocals. Because everybody was listening to us or watching videos and buying all the coolest shit you can buy. And that's fine. Like, stuff is cool. I'm a stuff guy. I get it. But if you're going to produce in pressured areas, you have to be different.
Yep.
You have to be.
Well, even with you know, like you take your generic rabbit sounds, right? So, you know, I'm not revealing any secrets, but you know, MFK,
Please do.
MFK, Mrs. McCottontail, Fox Pro's Baby Cottontail, like very good, standard, popular, been around a while, heavily used rabbit sounds. Well, I'll go to places and I'll try, like, I don't remember names specifically off the top of my head because I'm not looking at my remote, but like Snowshoe Hair HP from Fox Pro, or you know, somebody would say, why would you play that? There's no snowshoe hares in Pennsylvania. It's not the point. It's something different that they haven't heard before.
I play Jackrabbit sounds.
Yeah.
What the hell
Jackrabbit
was the name of the one that I played that night that got me laughing so damn hard that
Oh, it was a rabbit.
it was a rabbit, but this thing
It
sounded
sounded like a fucking retard rabbit.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry,
God,
but
it
was
was-
like, "Ah," like-
yeah, it was
like Josh starts laughing. I'm like, what? So
like the sound of this poor rabbit, like it was on its like last breath
Yeah.
and just still squealing.
was it
But
you
hey-
that told me you knew a guy that would peg a live
Yeah.
rabbit down?
Uh-huh. Well, I didn't know him. A guy at work knew him.
Pegged. He would grow rabbits.
He would take a live rabbit, stake it to the ground, and put a treble hook in it with a string on it. And every so often, he'd pull on that treble hook to get that rabbit to squeal. If
I
that isn't
may-
some savage shit.
That is
That's
savage.
that's
Not-
horrifically ingenious.
I may
right.
have taken a video of my infant son crying, getting his diaper changed, and converted it to an MP3.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I did. I'm not saying I didn't. I'm just saying it sounds really good.
I agree 100%. There's so many things that you could record that would work.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, have you ever heard a real rabbit getting picked off before?
Yeah.
Well, you have.
Mm-hmm.
But have you guys ever heard a real rabbit getting picked off by a predator?
Only when I shoot them.
I don't think so.
No. So I've actually heard it multiple times. It is not like a fucking e-collar at all. I will tell you that. At least here, it is not like an e-collar at all.
Is it more violent?
It's violent and super fast, and it's over.
Mm.
You know, so again, when you start talking about people and like how long, I don't believe in that shit. I don't. Like my pause button is my go-to. If I'm running prey distress, I might run it 2 seconds and pause it and wait, and then I'll run it 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Like there's no rhyme or reason.
Yeah.
Because I've heard it in the wild to know that, you know, again, you're trying to key into a wild animal and what it's looking for.
Yeah.
Um,
We created a couple of like fox specific, so to speak, prey distress stands that are, I don't know, 12 minutes a piece, probably, I would say. And we'll do them like, if it's going to be a 10-minute set, or example, I'm going to play, I'll pick 8 sounds and play them, you know, a minute or a minute and a half a piece, one after another, no pause.
Right,
Like,
because
jump-
Jeremy told us that when he was here. He was
Yeah,
like, man, you
and
guys
that-
just do it different than we
that
do."
has worked really well for Fox. I actually learned that from Cliff Martin, who's on the Fox Pro staff out in Western PA. He's a really big fox hunter. He shoots coyotes too, but his main target is fox. And he was on the Fox Pro podcast with John Collins and said that. And I kind of took that away and tried it, and it works. Now that's a fox kind of specific strategy, but it does work.
But we also did the same thing for coyotes, right? Because we can create these playlists in our Fox Pros,
Yeah.
and we did that, and we have kind of like when you go buy a Tony Tebby full stand, right? Well, we created our own full stands with the sounds we wanted, and some of our full stands is Fox Pro and James Bostock and BFA, and like we have all this different stuff mixed into one stand, and it works.
Sure.
So you just have to dare to be different.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's, you gotta be able to try different things. You can't get stuck in a rut. Well, I'm just going to play this, and this on this stand. And then for the next 45 stands, you got to switch
Well,
it.
okay.
Kind of like that. It's like that running joke, like, oh, what are we going to do? Play the dying rabbit.
Yeah.
You just go on Facebook and make a post and say what sounds are working.
Yeah.
If you want to get laughed at.
Everybody is super helpful on the internet when you ask that question.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I love the comments. Straight to the comments.
Yep,
But-
every time.
Oh, fuck. Well, what do you say?
Do your bit.
So, yeah.
Do the bit. Well,
It was a pleasure having you guys.
yeah, we've been at this
Yeah,
for
it was,
3 hours
it's
now.
entertaining.
It's gonna be a fucking good one. I'll tell you that.
It is a
much.
good one. Well, we'll start with you guys. Where can people find you on the internets?
Well, personal Facebook pages if you want, or our
Yeah,
quote-unquote
do the Predator stuff.
Yeah, your Predator stuff.
Pennsylvania Predator Management. I don't really post a whole lot on there during the summer because it's kind of quote unquote off season. But
It's the same for us.
I post pretty much everything on there during the fall and winter months. And yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to getting you. Jeremy and I are both looking forward to getting you guys down here for a night this
I don't
year.
think you want to do that, JP.
No, I already know what I'm in for, and I want to do it. So, and maybe I can be fortunate enough to come up there with you guys when I'm not, 6 states away, and Jeremy just comes up instead. Maybe I can come there too. That'd be nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Definitely.
We're gonna have an Airbnb on the property, so
We'll make sure there's Jaeger.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll bring Jaeger. Yeah.
You can bring some. I already have some, so but
Well,
I like
I know
gifts.
you have it. It's just courteous to replenish.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of low after this one. Let me tell you.
There you go. So no, I appreciate it, guys. Last and love listening to you guys.
So you guys use? I know you talked about, and I follow him too. Live the Wildlife. Or no, what is it called?
He said the Life is Now Outdoors.
Life is Now.
Yeah.
Sorry. What
Nathan at Life is Now Outdoors.
Yeah, so like I entered one of his contests. I didn't win. Boy, I fucking wanted to though. But I follow him as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, great guy. He's
Yeah,
got
awesome dude. Awesome dude.
optics.
Yeah.
He's
Packed.
he's got a bunch. He got you guys a bunch of your stuff, right? Correct.
Yeah, but I pretty much don't buy gear from anybody else now. If I need something, I call Nathan. If he can't get it, he finds it. He got hooked up with a really great silencer company now. It's Silent AF. I'm currently running one of their suppressors. It's amazing. So check him out. Check out Nathan. Life
He's
is Now
building guns
Outdoors.
too now, right?
Yeah, he got his FFL.
Yep.
Selling guns too. So he's really expanded and ramped up a lot in the last year and a half, so to speak.
Yeah, and if you're running a chest pack or if you're not running a chest pack, I can't stress enough. Check out his chest packs. He just came out with the new V3. It's got Molly on it now and everything else. And I don't know how I ever hunted without one really until I got the chest pack that I have now. And like I said, this is his third version of it. He finds the flaws, he puts thought into it, and he redoes it, and they're just amazing. And he's a really great dude. He's never too busy for any of his customers. I could text him right now. He might be sleeping, but I guarantee you when he wakes me up, he'll answer me.
Well, that's important.
Customer service.
I've looked at his chest packs
we've said that
because
before,
I
too.
am ready to upgrade because
Yeah.
mine is just small. So
Well,
I have looked
give him a
at it.
buzz. Give him a buzz. Tell him the guys at Pennsylvania Predator Management sent you.
Okay, will do.
Will do. All right. Again, guys, thank you so
Yeah,
much
thank
for
you. Super fun. Love
taking
talking with you guys like we
this
do
much
all week long.
time. Taking this much
Yeah,
time out of your
just-
days to chat with us.
Now everybody else has to listen to it.
Yeah, poor bastards. We'll
All right,
save
well,
the
thanks
other.
a lot, guys.
We'll save the other stuff for the One Predator After Dark.
That's right. Well, thanks for having us, guys. I appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. Hang out for just a second. We'll get this wrapped up, and we'll chat with you for a moment.
Okay.
Podcast, all your favorite podcast apps, Spotify, Amazon. You find us YouTube at onepredatorhunts, onepredatorhunts@gmail.com.
Yep.
The One Predator Facebook page. Give us a follow. You'll get updates on new episodes. Wherever you listen to it, follow.
YouTube.
Yep, it did that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
All right. Hot. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.